Someone just texted me.
That would probably be me.
What'd you text me?
I'm just sitting here looking at the monitors, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a picture and send it to him, because you can see the polar difference between the two monitors. And it's not actually the monitor difference, it's the zoom and my software difference. I don't know why. So I can't tell what's what. Oh, la, 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 la. Whoa, that was weird. Holy crap, that is not what I meant to do. There we go. Weird. Media files location. What is media files? Huh.
Damn it, I gotta do it again. I hate this. I really do.
What's it doing?
It's the fucking full screen thing.
How does it jump away from the full screen? Do you hit something, or does it just all of a sudden do it?
It just does it.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, no, that was. I'm getting ready to unplug my phone from this, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so we are live on the YouTube, of course, as always, brother. Share
What's
the
up? Why am I hearing myself echoed back
I don't know.
again? Anyways, doesn't matter. It's been, well, it's only been the 1 week, or has it been 2 weeks? I can't even remember.
Since we did a stream or what?
Well, since we did a Sunday.
We missed 2.
Yeah, so it's been a couple weeks, well, a few weeks.
Yeah, this is our. We did 3 streams that we missed.
Really?
Yeah, because it was 2 Sundays and a Wednesday.
That's right. Yeah, well, life happens, man. Things come up. We got to do things. Sometimes it's not necessarily what we want to do, but we got to do it. Or sometimes it is things we want to do, like going to concerts.
Right. Which, oh, wait, you know what we're forgetting here?
No.
Forgetting something. You know what time it is, dude? It's Sunday. I'm out here in Long Island, New York, close to Long Island.
And I'm still in Phoenix.
Right? I'm streaming from Baldwin, New York. It's 50 damn degrees. So you know what? Welcome to the ToneSperience.
Hi, guys. I'm Dr. Houdini. It's nice to meet you.
Let's throw a clap in there. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you. They like me, Tone. They really, really like me.
Oh, here we go. Got it now. Got the view. Man.
Oh.
Both of us now. Let me text Liz and let her know we're on so she can join. Fuck, dude, it's been crazy. Oh shit, and I still need to clock out. Fuck, man.
People are gonna be happy.
Happy.
They're like, oh, cool, new episode. And they sit down, you're like, oh, I gotta clock out of work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my work chunk for like 30, 40 minutes.
Right? It's good material though, you know. People get to, hear what it is, what you're doing. Why is it not like right there?
it's been a crazy week and a half, dude. Like, you went to a couple shows. Tell me about the shows you went to, bro. Give me a short
Man,
synopsis. Who'd you go see?
really? You want a short synopsis? What is that about, man?
You know,
Okay, the first one was last Saturday, not yesterday, but Saturday before. And the reason I went was to see Arch Enemy. They're a female fronted band, and they're intense. And I went. Turns out it's basically a death metal show, which I'd never been to a death metal show. I'm usually all power metal. And so I get in there and okay, all right, somebody's playing. I go up there, I'm like, that's Napalm Death. Because I've heard that name since I was in high school. And it was always like, oh crap, what is that? But I actually thought they were all right. They weren't great, but I thought they were all right. And so,
Napalm Death is pretty good.
See, I'd never listened to them.
It's not my everyday jam. I mean, you know what my everyday jams are.
Yes, I do.
But like back in the day when I used to fight and I did sports in high school, like Napalm Death was on my mixtape, bro. Because like that was the one, them in Prom. That's what I listened to before I got in the ring when I wrestled in high school.
Okay. I can see that though. Way to psych yourself up for it. Yeah. Well, it was just funny seeing them because I'm like, well, if they were already a known band back when I was in high school, they got to be kind of old now.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking old.
And I'm like, okay, that's kind of fucked up. But the lead dude, he's just kind of like stumbling from one end of the stage to the other. Between songs, he's totally, he's fine. It's not like he's all messed up, but that's just what he does during the show. But then Arch Enemy came on. I went in the fucking pit for the first time in over 15 years. My old ass jumps in there, and yeah, it was phenomenal. I mean, to be back at concerts in the first place, and I've been to a couple since the whole COVID thing, but I usually stood back. But I was standing back at that show, and I'm like, no, I got to get closer. So I kept getting into the closer and closer, and then jumped into the pit, left it completely out of breath and soaked with sweat. But man, was that an amazing high. Yeah. So, and then the show was phenomenal. And I didn't stick around for the third band, which was Behemoth. I listened to a little bit and just was like, not really my jam. I'm tired. I'm going to go home. So I just went home. And then, God, what was it? Tuesday or Wednesday this last week was Dragonforce. And Sally was supposed to go with me, but she had some family stuff she had to deal with. And so she was out of town. And so I went by myself, and show was phenomenal. Seven Spires. What's that?
You had 2 tickets to Dragonforce, and you let one of them just go to the
bro. I asked people, and I put it on Facebook in like some of the groups that I'm part of. I put it in those. I put it on my main page. Nobody contacted me at all. So it sucked. I'm like, well, and I didn't buy that one. Sally bought that ticket. So it's like, not like I'm out any money, but I'm like, well, she's out money. She even told me, if you can give it to somebody, let somebody else go, And I just like, yeah, definitely. Never happened. But 2 openers on that show, Seven Spires, apparently from Boston. Never heard them before, but they were fantastic. Then Unleash the Archers. Yeah, Unleash the Archers was the second one. And I had never heard them before other than on Spotify, because Spotify throws them up at me every now and then. And they're pretty damn cool. I got a couple of videos where because they have a male singer and a female singer, and the guys, woman singing, he's out there with this giant flag waving it back and forth. He's wearing a pirate hat. It's not really that they're a pirate band like Ailstorm. It's their album that's coming out is called Pirates. So I think that's part of it. So, it's cool.
That jam of self-promotion, like we artists always do.
That's the idea. So, yeah. And then Dragonforce was phenomenal. I've never seen I've actually never seen in person a singer do it, but they're doing "Fire in the Flames," which most of us know that song one way or another.
Yeah.
And he's
song on Guitar Hero. That's all.
Yes, it is. And even says, first thing he says before, he says, "For all you Guitar Hero 3 nerds," yeah, that's how he started the song. But he gets to that last sort of chorus, and then, well, just before the chorus, the last bridge going into the chorus. And as he's been in that bridge, he's kind of waving to people to get closer to the stage, get closer to the stage, closer to the stage. And then once they're there and you can see he's getting ready, he steps partway out and he's kind of doing this kind of thing, basically saying, "Be ready to hold."
Right.
And he gets to the point, screams out the line, jumps backwards into the crowd. As he's going in the crowd, he's still singing. It was a fantastic thing. So it's just that place is small, man. The Nile. You ever been to the Nile Theater?
Dude, I saw Gwar at the Nile.
Oh,
bro. That was my first Gwar show. That's the one where somehow me and my brother Damage ended up getting beer, right? And we're sitting at the bar. We're fucking 16 years old, dude.
Yeah.
16, and we're sitting at the bar at the fucking Nile. And this dude is sitting there chalking it up next to us. And we're like, okay, that's cool. We're just sitting there having our Budweisers. And you know me, I don't drink a Budweiser very often. No. Like, I try to avoid that bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
We're sitting there talking with this dude, and he looks at his watch, and he's like, "Oh, I'll be right back." And he leaves, and about 20 minutes later, like, Techno comes right next to us, bro. Grabs this cat's beer, and we didn't know who the fuck he was. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, Techno just took that dude's beer. And the guy drinks his beer and he goes, "Yo, that was me." And we were like, "Oh shit."
Should love that. So we both had passive run-ins with Gwar members. Mine just happened to be Odorous, which I'm just so fortunate that I had that one moment, not that long before he passed. But that's, those moments are awesome.
But like, we didn't know who he was. We're sitting here, kids hanging out with Techno Destructo, but the kicker of the entire show was, you know how big the stage is at the Nile, right?
It's freaking tiny.
Yeah. So
then again, Dragonforce took up a lot of that stage with those 2 giant arcade cabinets.
Right.
I talked a little bit with one of the guys that works there, and he was saying how just he was dumbfounded and was laughing when he saw the work list for the day.
Yeah.
Because there was just so much that had to be unloaded from the trucks, put up on stage, built. They had to figure out where they were going to put everything, because there's a dragon on stage this time that actually talks to the crowd several times. And so that takes up space. And these 2 giant oversized arcade cabinets that both Herman and Sam can come up steps on the back to stand on top of and play. So the stage was quite a bit smaller than it would have been normally. So no, I guess I don't really know the size of the stage there.
Well, was that your first time at the Nile?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Like, next time Dragonforce plays at the Marquee out there across from
Oh yeah, I've seen him there several times.
Right. I was going to say, especially with that new second floor balcony they built a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You got to see them from the balcony. Dude.
That would be really cool, because I've seen them 3 times now.
And at the balcony, you have the option to go downstairs to where and all the action is, and then go right the fuck back up, as long as you got somebody to secure your spot.
Right.
Because on the balcony, it's like first come, first serve there.
Yeah, people shuffle into space or place or whatever it is. Yeah, no, I think for them, I probably would at this point, because I have seen them 3 times. Once was from, at the Marquee. I was way off to the left side. This was 2014, 15. And then I saw Camelot. I think that's what endeared me to Camelot at that point. But, then I saw him at the Marquee. Oh, I saw him at the Marquee, and I saw him at Club Red. So I've seen him in 4 venues now. So I've seen him 4 times. Shit, I thought it was 3 times. I guess it is 4 times. So yeah, so I might as well get a different perspective now. You know what I mean?
Perspective. Are they still doing shows at the Celebrity Theater?
I honestly don't know. I can't remember the ones I've seen, other than like
not been to the Celebrity Theater for a show. you definitely should go see
What
and at the Celebrity Theater.
can you give me any visual from the outside, like some idea of the place? Because I've been to a couple in Phoenix. I can't remember the names.
Right. So the Celebrity Theater, I want to say they're off of the I-10 going through that downtown tunnel loop, right?
Yeah.
And you exit on like, it's actually, you like get from the 10 where it transfers.
But do you remember like when you get
16th Street in Van Buren, right? Big old open parking lot, just this small building in the middle of this giant parking lot, right?
I don't think I've been there. That doesn't sound familiar at all.
The stage there is round. Right.
Oh, it's the one that's in the round. Yeah. I knew there was one in town that had it.
It's a round stage. So like the seating is everybody's around the stage, bro.
Right. Yeah, it's called in the round is usually what they call it. So
setup, dude. And like I think the last group I saw there was Crisscross, dude. Back I saw Crisscross there in 8th grade. But yo, it was a great flipping show, dude. It was great. It was.
I can see that.
Yeah, but getting back to the Nile. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a tone tangent there. Liz is in the chat. Hello, Liz. Thanks for joining us. The Nile Theater. So, as big as that stage is, we saw Guar there with their whole fanfare set up. I'm talking costumes.
Oh yeah,
shebang, dude. Them like decapitating people on stage. Everything.
Yeah. I don't think they play any other way.
And then halfway through the show, though, here's my point. Halfway through the show, they bring out Gorgor on that stage with them in everything. That's when you saw how big the stage really was when it's Guar in this giant dinosaur thing.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, you get it with Dragonforce and them having their dinosaur out there. But
yeah, they're like, at least theirs doesn't move like Gorgor does.
Yeah. Gorgor eating people on stage.
Yeah. First time I saw them was in Chicago. I don't remember which place it was. My guess would be the Metro, which is smaller than the Marquee, but much larger than the Nile, that's for sure. But and they had Gorgor. He came out there, and I never saw him again after that until I actually met the guy that plays Gorgor, and met him the same day I met Odorous. Same bus too.
It takes a handful of people to control, dude. Which is
he designs them apparently. Yeah, all the costumes are by this guy, so it's craziness.
We went to a couple of shows recently, right? Of course, the 138 tribute show that we had Sam Seaver on our show for, Chris Corkum, that tribute, great show. That's where I met our guest for tonight's show.
Yeah.
And then I saw him at another show this last Friday in Salem. It was a 10 o'clock show. It was Captain Motherfucker's birthday. That's dude's name. I swear.
What else do you do on Captain Motherfucker's birthday but have a party?
Have an intense, great So that's the last 2 shows I've been to, and there's going to be a lot more to come, dude, just from the connections we've met. It's oh my god, it's the whole what we originally started this podcast thing is other artists 360 degrees pimping each other's art out and helping each other. And that's exactly what is starting to happen. And you could see it. You can see it with all these events that we've been going to lately. So,
well, I mean, you've been all over the place now with the, what you call it? My video's going to go crazy here, but hold on. With the photography stuff being that you've been going to those things and then it gets you invited and, informed about other things. And, it's a process, but that's what happens over time, if you keep up with it and you make the right friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, dude, like it's intense, dude. We're riding this awesome roller coaster high right now.
Right.
Artistic potential.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's a great way to put it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I know. Oh, the video's all wonky again.
Dude, I think it's
And
great. I could be chilling in my hotel room, hitting my little sneaker toe because I have a smoking room. This is great.
I guess that's how it would be if you've been unable to do that for so long, and now all of a sudden you can. I
Plus,
can see the excitement.
I've been driving all day, dude. Like I haven't, and I'm transporting the machine. And don't smoke and drive. It's not.
Yep.
But like driving all day long to get here, and then I hit traffic, and then the stress and the anxiety. Like I am legit.
You're legit.
I don't know. I just got in a text message that looked at my.
Oh, I'm like, yes.
I don't know what it is, but like I am legit in the heart of like New York. Like the Bronx is like right down the road. New York City is like a hop, skip, and jump away, and I'm like 1 mile from my job site.
Yeah.
I don't normally stay at a I don't even at a Ramada Inn. I usually stay at the Hilton. But
Yeah,
like,
you get your points.
yeah. But now I'm collecting them through the Wyndham app. So yay, go Wyndham.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you got a pen handy? Because I realized I don't have a pen. I have my notebook here.
I have a pen, but I don't have my notebook.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I got a little pad of paper and a pen.
Yeah, I have my wonderful ToneSperience notebook.
Oh.
I'm sorry, that you made for me.
Thank you. I was waiting. I was hoping you were going to realize that.
Made that one specifically for me.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
You're going to keep track of shot in the mouth.
All right. That's cool. I don't have a stopwatch with me, but I can use my phone too.
Okay, cool. So
is the question be for me at the beginning here, or you want me to give you one?
Nope, I got it for you.
All righty.
Since you are into photography as well, tonight's show is going to go really good for the both of us, So we're going to do, Doc, are you ready to take a shot in the mouth?
Yeah, sorry, I had to think about that for a second, but yeah.
Every time someone asks you that one, you definitely have to think of
it. Or you should.
Right. So you guys follow us enough, and you guys, if you're watching the stream, then you've watched us enough to know the rules of this game. So I'm not going to explain them for everyone right now. Everybody knows how it goes. So Doc, in 20 seconds, name as many brands of cameras as you can. Go.
Wow. Well, obviously your Canon, Nikon, Polaroid. There's like two on the tip of my tongue.
12 seconds.
Oh my God. Kodak.
17, 18.
Fuji.
You got
Samsung.
5 and 20, bro. That's good.
No, it's not. Because if you think about modern cameras, there's so many more that I could have thought of immediately. I'm trying to think historically, thinking back.
Yeah.
Whereas had I just thought about right now, it's like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, I got you.
That's the name of the game. And Doc, for taking a shot in the mouth.
You're most welcome.
You get to add 5,000 points to your score. So, our guest, we're going to call him Stix, Stix, because he is the photographer for My Stix Pics. My Stix Photos is the name of his shtick. My Stix Photos. So he's this wonderful photographer that I met at those two shows.
Yeah.
Like, in him and I, we just totally vibed from us being out on the mosh pit floor together, trying to take some pictures, and we actually work well together. It's kind of interesting. So,
well, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
So it's cool, man. Anxious and eager. to talk.
So I just texted him, letting him know that I'm about to bring him in.
Who?
Because he joined the second he got the stream. So, or the second
All right.
he invite. So we are going to bring in Sticks right now. Yeah, his reply to the text was word. So
That's exactly what I would have said too. So
yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's
going on?
So everybody, this is Sticks in on the stream with us from Mysticphotos, right?
Mysticphotos.
What's that?
Mysticphotos.
We got some sort of weird audio. Are you hearing it?
A tiny bit.
1 second. Mysticphotos.
Mystic photos.
There you go.
Oh, see, okay, Mysticphotos. See, when you texted me that the other day, it came through as My Sticks.
Actually, that's understandable.
Okay.
It's like my last name.
I got you. So it's me being the illiterate that I can be from time to time doing it wrong, right? Yeah. So welcome to the stream, brother. We don't have you on video.
No?
Yeah, I think you got to turn your camera on if you want to join us on the video side.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
There we go. Got it. Perfect.
There we go.
Brother, welcome.
Although now I got to move my camera because it's right in front of his face on my screen. There we go. That's
Mysticphotos, welcome to the ToneSperience.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
So we are streaming onto YouTube right now. Tonedingo, Freeman on YouTube. The ToneSperience is the name of the show. We got 6 people in here watching. So wherever you're watching from, chime in. What's up? Thanks for joining the stream. Mysticphotos here. Like when you and I met at the 138 show, because that's where we first met, like recently.
Yeah.
Like I think we kind of clicked and saw each other's perspective, like from the first second that I was like, hey, that dude's a photographer. And we realized what was going on. You know? Yeah. And like when you and I were texting back and forth last night, it was a trip because your pictures, I'm like, oh my God, I have the follow-up picture to that picture. We were just kind of mirroring each other's perspectives, which gave me a great idea. And we'll talk about that later. Definitely. So welcome to the show. This is my co-host, Doc. He's a great friend of mine. Doc's in Phoenix. I'm in Long Island, New York right now.
Nice.
So for the next 9 days, we got a late start tonight by about an hour. Traffic was a pain in the tail, you know.
I'm in Salem, Mass.
Nice. Like it's beautiful there, man. I love Massachusetts. Liz is in the chat, says hi.
Hey, Liz.
Doc says what's up, of course, in the chat.
Yeah.
I see you got a glass over there, Mystic. So what are you drinking, brother?
Absinthe.
Nice.
Ooh, very nice.
I already knew that was gonna go down, Doc, from when he and I were chatting earlier. And I'm like, oh my God, you got absinthe. Bring it.
Bring it on.
Tequila, of course.
Uh-oh, who would have thought?
Right. I got tequila. Doc, what are you drinking?
Same thing as usual, just because it's quick and easy.
Truly.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've tried like 4 brands now, and most of them taste like shit, but I like these for some reason. I don't know. They're cheap, easy. They're usually on sale. So that's what I got.
So Mystic, you are a photographer. You're a great photographer. How long have you been doing photography for?
Let's see, roughly, it's a really interesting story about this actually. So my first camera I ever bought, besides the one that got fucked up, I bought from a professional photographer. And after I bought that camera, his energy kind of helped me understand the camera a little bit. And so in a way, a lot of things I pick up, like energetically, they kind of teach me how to use things.
Yeah.
I can't quite explain that completely how that works, but it helps me, like, even while learning it, to actually be able to apply it.
Yeah. See,
And so I'd say roughly probably about maybe 2 years. I think I've been doing it like the way I've been doing it.
okay. So short time, but long time, dude. Like your photos, you can see the energy that you are in that moment, that zone,
Oh yeah.
through your pictures. So you've got the energy thing down. Doc and I, we are like very energy oriented people.
Yep.
Like you see it when I'm out there taking pictures. I mean, you both see me in action. So my energy just go. When
You're switching to a different.
You and me get into the battlefield, man. Like we jump into the pit, like people are fucking mushing, and we're taking pictures and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, that's how you get the good shots, dude.
It is. It really is. And
you
it's
gotta
like,
get right up in there. I don't care if I got to like get underneath the lead singer's ball sack to get the shot. If it's the shot that I see at that moment, I'm freaking getting
Okay. How far under?
I don't know. Let's talk who it is. Is it Mark Rebier? Because if that, dude, my nose is in his taint. You know that one.
Oh, I know you well enough to know that that's a truth. I don't honestly think there's anybody that I feel that way about. I mean, yeah, you can probably go to some of the women and be like, well, I wouldn't mind that, but that's a different case we're talking about here. Oh, I don't think it applies.
I know one band, Doc, that you would be all up in their taint to get something that you're trying to get out of it, whether it be the great shot that you take. You take awesome pictures, especially at shows. Ailstorm. Yeah. If they invited you on stage to take pictures,
my God, dude.
Get up in one of their taints, dude, to do it. I know, dude, like your nostrils all up in that taint. I know.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, Ailstorm. Yeah, probably because I was going to say Ailstorm or Sabaton, but I'm like, no, I think Ailstorm would be a hell of a lot more fun to be on the stage.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be great either way, but no, Ailstorm. Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
You got one of those artist mystics that you would just be all up in their shit just to take pictures of them on stage.
I had to think about that one.
Right?
Think about that one because that actually leads me to one of my questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, I've always kind of said I'm not a soup can, don't label me, but as an artist, when you start talking to people, in a way, you kind of have to label yourself and what you do to like sell your brand, so to speak.
That's the way it is with a lot of things.
Yeah, that totally is. But
that's why you create an alias for yourself. You're selling your name. You're selling
exactly.
Any corporation does, they sell their name.
Yep.
You're literally selling your name. You're not selling yourself.
Yep.
So
that's exactly it.
Is the name I've chosen. That's the name that I'm. If you were to create an LLC, that's the name you would put it under.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's the way all these really high business people think out there. Is that they sell their last name or they sell their last name and first name.
Yeah.
That they
And I mean, there's very few people in this world that know my real name that aren't related to me. But Doc knew me for a minute before he found out my real name.
And I found out your real name because of slippers.
Yeah.
Slippers. That's what it was, because we were up in Flagstaff in the cabin, fireplace going with his family and stuff, and he's got people are putting slippers on stuff, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Tab says to me, "Why don't you put your slippers on?" Because the floor was kind of wet from everybody coming in with the snow, and it would track in and stuff. And so she put your slippers on. I said, "Oh, I don't have any." She said, "I think Josh has some."
Oh, you said it, dude.
I did.
No,
but you also have the ability to edit.
I do. I do.
And in this exact topic, I'm going to use it because you made the point. So, but that's how I found out, is because of the not having slippers and her saying that he has some. That's how I got it. And that's it. And I've known it since. And then I worked at a place that he had worked at before that. And they all call him by his real name. And it was weird. It was a trip trying to get used to that. And, I did, obviously. Oh, I ran into Fabi at Sam's today. Totally off topic, I know, but I wanted to tell you. It was funny. Not Sam's, Costco. Yeah, it was in my head, so I wanted to throw it out. Anyways, But
So
yeah,
my question, Mystic, is what do you think? What is your style as a photographer? Because I mean, we're all artists in many facets of life. What do
Um,
you think your style is as far as your favorite things to shoot? The things that you know you're going to be in that zone right when you pull that camera out.
a lot of things I think it's about, like I do a lot of street photography, so I like doing a lot of street photography, and I kind of incorporate that into the way I take the shots too as well, catch people in their uncanny moments, catch people in the moments that they maybe don't want to see or don't want people to see, the normalness of like human aspects of self,
Yeah.
Yeah. The expressions, the emotions, all those aspects I'm trying to capture in that moment. Like, you really have to be kind of quick about it too as well, because it changes in the moment,
Oh yeah.
But sometimes even though like not trying to, and this is where like I feel like in a lot of ways, like for me, I feel like if I'm under alcohol or under something else, I'm no longer thinking about the things I'm doing. I'm just doing it.
Yeah.
It changes the whole perspective of trying to think too much about it. You just go out there and just get out there and just do it. And you just like take the shots. You don't worry about if they're going to turn out well or not, because some of them are going to turn out well.
That's all that matters.
Not all of them are.
Yep.
One or two of them, or three of them, four of them, five of them, maybe are going to turn out well.
I always look at anything over 2 is a win in my book. That's just how it is. I'm like, if I get 2 really good shots, the other, 70 to 150, I don't care. I got these 2 amazing shots. That's to me what's most important. So, and that's how I've gotten some of the stuff that Tone's seen, and it's like, that's an amazing photo. How do you do that? Well, if I hadn't deleted them, I would have shown you the other 60 photos I took from that exact moment in time. I just kept taking them because things are changing while you're doing it.
Exactly.
It's just, and that's what it takes.
Cameras are very interesting though, because I mean, I do feel like they can capture different dimensions, especially when doing like long exposures and things.
Yeah,
So you can almost capture the energy of people. A couple of shots I did recently at one of the shows, you can see like the energy of them moving around. I was doing a slow shutter sync I just learned recently. I'm getting better as I go along, and that is a very interesting one because it takes one shot and another shot, and there's like a trail in between of it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a very interesting technique I want to get better at too as well. But I always push the limit. I take that risk and just try new things, If I say I don't have my flash for a day, I'll go out to a place and I'll change the ISO and adjust other attributes, not have a flash. I'll challenge myself. Not have the flash sometimes, have the flash other times. But a lot of times it's spontaneous,
Right. I love the candid shots. Like you're talking about being able to see everybody's emotions. That's that candid moment. And to me, that's like when folks don't know you're there taking those pictures where you get the best shot.
That's what my family knows me for doing. My mom especially, and she always kind of rolls her eyes at it because they are the ones that like the posed. Okay, come over here, and they pose for the photo. I'm like, no, I want to see photos while everybody's around the table prepping food for dinner. I want to see people, after we eat dinner, with the plates are all kind of eaten through and there's food on them and stuff. I'm like, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see everybody posing. It's cool every now and then.
I hate the posing thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I know that in the way the brain works, if you do things you don't like doing, you actually make it stronger. And so sometimes I'll do the opposites.
Okay.
I will have someone, or I won't have someone pose. But normally, no, I don't like people posing. I think it's fake. I don't think it's real.
And exactly.
I like to capture that rawness of just the way, that human aspect of people, like not to have shame towards
exactly
on their face and that thing or whatever it is.
Just think about us when we were out there in the Berkshires, Tone. It was, we took that photo at the last day of us on the balcony, right? Or on the patio, whatever you want to call it thing. And that's us standing around. It's a posed shot, but it's the remaining people getting ready to walk away from this place. But then I also know my photo, like when Kimball was cooking the, God, what was that he had? He was cooking
he was in there with the bluefin cooking. Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, he was specifically cooking that chunk of meat that was like a rectangle. I just can't remember what it was. and I took that like, sort of almost not quite fisheye, but wide angle shot of him close up of him cooking that. I'm like, there's motion in that photo. There's emotion in that photo.
Yep.
And there was stuff going on at that moment. It's an action shot on top of the other layers. And I'm like, that's why I love that photo. It's not, hey, stand there and smile. I just, no.
So
not my thing.
Then leads me into another question for you, Mystic, is I find myself when I get down or angst, when I can't work or there's obstacles in my way, what I'll do is I'll pick a technique photography wise, and I will just go hit the town wherever I'm at, and I'll grab my camera and I will just focus on that technique that day. Do you find yourself doing that in any manner, way, shape, or form?
Can you explain that more? What do you mean technique?
So I would take a day out where I was just going to take my camera and go shooting that day, right? And for me, like say I would want to work on my perspective of architecture or stairs or something like that. I'll text you a couple of pictures so you could visually see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So that would be like one technique, my angles. Do you find yourself like doing that in your walk as a photographer, working on one specific thing just that day, not taking any other shots and saying, this is what I'm going to do. These are all the shots I'm going to take, whether it's a black and white, a monochrome, or angles, or do you find yourself doing that?
It depends on what I'm shooting.
Yeah.
It depends on what I'm shooting. It's usually what I see in that moment that I want to capture, or what I see that I want to capture at that moment itself. It could be many things from street photography to something of texture, be something of light, be something of shadow. You think of different kind of variations simultaneously. So I shoot in brackets a lot of times as well. So I don't just shoot like one shot. I'll shoot many shots of the same thing in different perspectives. Yep. And then have just these like brackets. That's kind of figured out. So I kind of shoot in brackets. So I'll have these kind of sets things where it's all like this one thing. There's many pictures of that one thing, and then another thing, many pictures of this thing. So the same area, but different perspectives of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like one day I shot, it was really foggy out. I had a friend that drove me around and we shot up the car. And it was the bridge. So we stopped over the bridge by Salem to Beverly, right? It was really, really foggy because I love shooting in the fog. Fog is so much fun. I love shooting the fog. And I got this really awesome perspective of the bridge. It's on my page as well, if you've seen it. And I was like, me and my friend Sadie, we were talking about Lovecraft. And it was that day we were talking about Lovecraft. And I was like, okay, I want to do a Lovecraft color grade. So I created a Lovecraft color grade out of the colors that I chose. I looked at a picture of it and then kind of figured out like what shade it would be, what tones, what highlights it'd be. So I do a lot of processing to my photos a lot of times.
Yeah. See, most of mine, I'm the raw with it. I might crop it a little bit, but I don't really do any effects or any of that.
Well, you shoot the black and white in camera too, don't you? In the digital camera.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Black and white shots from the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. The rule of thirds, though, I know that's like a traditional photography.
You always talk about the rule of thirds, man. Like every time we've ever talked about photography, you bring it up, man.
Yeah. I bring that one up.
It's like the pirate code.
Yeah, I don't follow that.
Suggestions.
Yeah. But I mean, you get cool shit happens when you break the rules sometimes. And
sometimes it does. Yeah.
Rule of thirds when it comes to photography.
Yeah, no, it's whatever looks right at the time. That's just what I do. I usually will frame my shot when I take it. Yeah, it's most of the time because I don't really use my SLR anymore because it's just kind of old and I think something's wrong with the mirror in it. But I use my phone and and then you lose your train of thought because the train goes off the rails. Fuck. That's the first time I've done that on one of these things too.
Liz is over here in the YouTube chat drooling about your HP Lovecraft comment. She's a huge
go with that.
Yeah. So we got 4 people in the stream. That's what's up.
Well, I'm one of them as usual. So.
Oh yeah, and so am I. So that would make.
Oh, you too.
It's so I could see the chat. You know.
Yeah, well, that's why I've got it on there too.
Yeah. So with me in photography, like first time I picked up a camera and loved it and started shooting with an SLR, I was about 10 years old. My mom,
yeah,
and my cousin, they did photography classes, and I took a couple in high school. But other than that, I just kind of research and pick up my camera.
Yeah. You just get the feel for it and you just start messing with it. And if there's one thing you can't figure out, like, what is this damn, if you want to go this far with a digital camera, what does that fucking button do? You just go online and you find the answer in like 10 seconds, but that's what you want to do. You start doing it yourself and you're playing with it and then you just taking pictures around the house, whatever it is. It's like, that's how it all starts.
Yeah, there's a couple of people on YouTube and TikTok that I follow that teach a couple different techniques with digital SLRs as far as what settings to capture like those shots and those orb shots where they move the light around a fixed object. There's some
like light painting.
Yeah. Like I did a couple. Yeah, it did totally. I did a couple of shots like that with Doc where he was playing with the lights and I had.
Oh, yeah.
Like they came out pretty good too.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yep. I just sent you one of my pictures, Mystic, over via text of the angles where I was working on that. It's a black and white. Yeah. Like I love that one. Sorry, I'm over here reading the chats. Yeah,
I was going to say.
Over here saying photography.
Oh, wow.
Digital.
But I didn't even see the chat was going.
With darkroom is intense. I've never really combined digital photography with a darkroom, but I haven't been in a darkroom in about 12 years. So,
does Adobe still have their darkroom?
Probably. She said
program
changed the whole game. So
because they changed it around and it was different. Because I knew Photoshop quite well at that moment, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is just freaking weird. But it does give you a lot more tools that are more aligned to using a darkroom. So it made sense.
I use Lightroom actually.
Okay, so it is still there.
Yeah, well, Lightroom on the computer, I have Lightroom based for editing.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's been a while because I'm much like Tone there, where 95% of my stuff, I don't do anything to it other than cropping. I just don't. And so it's I'm looking through all the photos I've taken for the one that's the best shot, but it's going to be the best shot in a natural state. And that's kind of what I prefer. Now I will do other things depending on the shot, my concert photos, stuff like that. It's like, no, those are staying the way they are, because a lot of the times it just looks amazing at that moment. With the state.
And Doc, sorry to interrupt.
What's that?
Can I have your permission to send Mystic a couple of the shots you sent me?
Which shots did I send you?
The ones from Dragonforce.
I'm trying to remember if I even sent you like the good ones because
you sent me some them. He sent me some great ones. What was your question? I feel like we all froze. Wait, you had a question?
What is that?
You had a question? What'd you just ask?
Oh, I said he saw them. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. Like,
there's the
I'm ready to text you 2 pictures that Doc sent me last week when he was
the 3 or 4 photos I sent you that were of the bassist, but that's all I see that I sent you.
Yeah. That's the only picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot more.
Yeah, I know you got a lot more. That's why we do shared folders together.
Yeah. Well, do you have a general shared folder? Because I think they're usually topic based. And I don't want to just throw my random stuff into it.
No, but that's something we could do. A general shared folder between us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Nice.
Those are great picks, right?
That's a good. Oh, yeah. Those are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple really good ones of her.
Were the colors like that already?
They're just straight up natural shots. That looked exactly like that at the moment. I remember that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they had a great light show for such a small space. And there were a couple moments with the band before them where there's this beaming light that's all the way on the left side, and it's she gets in front of it and she's talking, but it's like this diamond light around her head, and it was just amazing. By the time I got my phone out ready to take a photo, she moved and I lost the moment, and it sucked. But it is what it is.
Who took a screenshot of me?
Oh, my girlfriend Liz.
Okay, that's her. Okay, all right, I got it.
Yeah, she took a screenshot and she sent it. She was talking about I don't know if you're using effects, but like your background is blurred out, which is kind of neat. I think she was
it's effect on the thingy.
It's the Zoom backgrounds.
Yeah. I dig
That's
that. Then people can't see what's behind you. Most of the time behind me, it's like hotel art, or like right now, the hangers in the background are bugging the shit out of me on my left side. I can't close it. I want to pull.
If you go into your settings, I think it's under video settings, and you go to blur my background.
Yeah. I'm doing it from Mac, so I gotta like add permissions and all that every time I do something with this Mac, dude. It's weird.
I just sent you another photo, by the way, Tone.
Do that one later. All right.
It was funny. Anyways, yeah, I'm going. I wasn't in a great position for photos, but I got video, and the video turned out pretty good. So
here, I'm going to share that one with him. He'll like that one.
Like a funny photo, you know.
I could share my screen too as well if you want to see the ones I edited of last night.
Heck yeah, share your screen. Let's see how. See, we tried to share the screen, but that was a different internet.
Oh, yeah, host disabled participant to share screen.
Oh,
so it's not gonna work yet.
Let me see here.
Oh, nice. He's on. Where is he, on top of something? Or you're like shooting a ball?
Bam.
Is that arcade?
Okay, this is the simplest way I could figure this one out, Mystic. You can share your pictures now because I just made you the host.
Oh, awesome. All right, nice. One thing here, Doc. I'm looking at this photograph. It looks tinier than he is. Is he standing on top of a? Is that? Wait, hold on. Is that an arcade machine? What's going on in this picture?
Right.
Their last album, there was a lot of the kind of overall vibe of it was this sort of 16-bit video game thing. The songs weren't that. But they toured when I saw them last time. They had two massive arcade cabinets. Screens are actually playing. And at one point, the other guitarist, that's Herman, the other guitarist, Sam, he gets up on that same one. And on the screen, it cycles through different 6-bit games, or maybe 8-bit. No, because like SNES, but he's up there and he's playing songs to those songs. Starts with Castlevania and eventually gets to Final Fantasy VII, and it's just
Dragonforce is straight up ridiculous, bro.
They're great,
awesome.
Yeah.
So these ones are so good.
Oh yeah. That was one of the ones I sent you. One of the other ones, the follow up to yours. You know, when you sent me that one last night.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so great. Yeah. That dude on the screen, Doc.
What?
That is Captain Motherfucker, who we went to his birthday show.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more sense.
Liz was saying, yeah, that's a good one too. I love the blur in the background. You got the whole tracer thing down. I love it. Like Liz in the chat earlier said it was funny to see you and I on the floor laying down next to each other trying to get shots, dude. It was ridiculous. Like, oh, look at that, dude. That's an awesome blur.
There's another really good one. This probably
it looks almost like a double exposure, dude. It's a trip. Yeah, I love it. Like that one makes everything look kind of 3D-ish, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then some of the Warthog too as well here. I got some good ones here of them. Where is it?
Were they the third band, the last band?
No, they were the first band. They were the ones playing all the Ramones songs and shit.
Oh yeah. I got a few shots of them, but we got there kind of late. We got stuck trying to. Oh yeah. See, Doc, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at
sending me all the pictures and shit.
I did, but what he's showing you right now is on the stream. It shows it, so I have to look down at my tablet to see what you guys are even talking about.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm like looking down now. I didn't know it. You guys were talking about photos, and I'm kind of just looking at mine because I'm like, I don't know what photos they're talking about. So I'm just gonna send these to Tone, and then I look down. I'm like, oh shit, there it is. So yeah, that was me being stupid.
These are ridiculous live shots, bro. There you go.
So much energy in them.
Yeah. See, I'm staring at my computer screen, and it's just like this is my desktop background, Doc. I don't know why you don't have that going on your end.
I guess I could open up my other. No, it's you, me, and video. That's what's on my monitor. That's it.
Yeah. Anybody in the chats here, what do you think about these awesome pictures that he's sharing with us from the show last week? Yeah, these are great. These are legit. Dude, like, so those guys, the other guitarist that was in the band with them, right?
This guy?
Not the lead vocal guitarist guy, the guy to his left.
This dude over here.
Yeah. Remember, he had that wireless setup on his guitar, right? And he was walking in and out of the crowd. Yeah, dude, that guy was awesome on camera, dude. I got great pics of him. I'll send you after we're done. But yeah, like him, like he was playing it up to the camera, dude. He's great energy wise, and yeah. Nice.
This is like a conversation.
There he is again.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the street photography stuff, like, you know, this is kind of what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
Even like this one, it's just like, what? You gotta fire something.
Kind of a what the fuck you looking at? Look, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't like my patches or my apple tattoo? What's up? You know,
this is my apple tattoo.
He's got like an eaten apple core on his arm. At first, I thought it was a mushroom, dude. I was tripping out on that one.
Oh yeah, this was a wedding I shot. Show you this guy's. This was.
Yeah, I haven't done a wedding yet. I mean, I've been an officiant at many weddings, and I've DJ'd hella weddings back in the day because I used to be a DJ. I guess once a DJ, always a DJ, huh? Is that like the Marines motto, except for DJs? Dude, what's going on with the Wicked Witch here? What? The Michael Myers. Is that the wedding? Shut up.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You did a themed wedding?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Bohr does these all the time. This was the one with Mike Myers.
Oh my God, dude.
Because the groom was a big fan of Mike Myers. So we have like this shot here too as well in the shot. It's a great shot.
Nice.
Follow this dude on TikTok who was like, he would dress up as Michael Myers wherever him and his old lady went. This shit was ridiculous.
Are you talking about Bora?
I think so. Yeah, I followed them on TikTok for a minute.
And then this is the army one. The same day as the show where I met you at, actually. The same day they did this.
Okay.
Which was the this one's on my Instagram. But not that one. Which one is it? That's another one of them, but this is a better one.
Oh, that was beautiful. No, what base was that at? Or is that at a base?
No, this is right outside. This is over. Is that the one? Yeah, that is the one. That's over down on the common.
Okay.
Yeah, this is all on the common.
Oh, go back to the hand one, dude. I mean, those are all really awesome. Yes, that one right there, dude.
Yeah. And
You know
so
what?
buddy of mine was like, can you send this to me? I want to send this to the veterans. So I sent him a bunch of these over to, I guess he went to some veteran place. But it was so weird because they had all different time zones here of all the different types of soldiers. So you had different platoons of each different like time period on one place. It was crazy. The energy was insane.
Dude, like that picture right there with the hands, that straight up looks like a recruitment ad. Like some words dude. Like hand in hand, even alone, we stand together.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Dude, that's a good slogan right there. Hand in hand, even alone, we stand together. Army strong.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm in the wrong profession.
Get on that, man.
This guy was a photographer too, right here.
Oh, nice.
So I caught one of the photographers too as well, because I guess also in the Army they have a lot of Army guys that just do photos. They just do the photos. They're not even on the battlefield, but they're on the battlefield doing the photos. So that's pretty interesting. I found that out.
Right. The bluefin was just trying to call, and I didn't have it patched through the mixer, Doc. So the rule I have, Mystic, is usually I have the phone patched into this little mixer that I have here, right? And if anybody calls me during the live stream, I will answer the phone. But I'll let them know, hey, we're doing a live stream and you're on. You want to keep this conversation going or what? You know?
Yeah.
But I didn't have him patched in, so.
Boo.
Ooh, bad tone. Bad tone.
Bad tone. There we go. That's a little better.
I'm gonna text him real quick. Dude, you're on a whole nother level as I am with your photography, but yet you're on the same level, which is great. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And I mean, I just got back into it last year when I started working because I'm from Arizona and I started working in New England last year, right? And then I fell in love with Massachusetts, decided to move, and I'm like, I don't have my camera with me. It's in storage in Phoenix. Fuck it, I'm gonna go out and buy another one. And that's the camera that I run around with right now. And I'm getting ready to order another one in a couple weeks. I'm ordering me this badass Pentax that's waterproof, because if you go to a car show or you're at a car show and somebody's gonna be spitting at you while you're laying next to them pictures, like my shit better not break. It's got to be waterproof, you know?
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It's what they do.
All right. Let me see. Are we done sharing? Let me see if I take control now. Or am I now the host?
Take control.
I don't know who the host is anymore. I think you got to give me controls to be the host.
I have to give you control. How to do that?
I think you click.
Oh, that's why the camera is
little
moving.
3 dots next
Three
to
dots.
my picture.
More. Stop. No, let's stop live streaming. That's not it.
Yep, you don't want to do that.
Participants, invite. Nope. Wait. There we go. More. Allow. Nope. Make host. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
There you go. You're
So now I am the host again. And it even says you are the host now.
You're the hoster.
All right, so I kind of prepped him for the revolving question, Doc.
Oh, okay.
Because that was the video I sent him the link to.
Yeah.
To check out our shit. So he kind of knows the question. So zombie apocalypse. You've had some hours to think about this one. What weapon would you bring to the zombie apocalypse? Do we want to recap all the weapons?
No, I wouldn't say all. Well, do you have a list of all of them? Or are we just going to be doing the guessing again?
All right.
That seems monotonous to me.
You're bringing a short sword.
Yeah.
We had a short sword. We had a lightsaber. We have the hammer. We have the hammer.
Mm-hmm. Your honey badgers.
Yep, my honey badgers, because I'm bringing honey badgers. The Immicorn was bringing the circle of treadmills. That's
right. You know, that's funny because I thought that was the most ridiculous thing when I first heard it. I'm like, okay, we're going for funny here, but that doesn't make sense. Then I started to think about the team mentality. If she's got those things and the zombies are falling, you got the other people just walk right up and just kill them immediately. It's like, that makes so much sense.
Right. Zombie treadmills in a circle. That's what somebody else brought to the party. So
it's legit.
Zombies just circle them. Somebody brought a revolver, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, it was, God, who was that? I don't remember who that was, but yeah, it was
revolver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liz is bringing a rabbit.
Yep.
So the rabbit can burrow holes, so we have a place to hide from the zombies. You know,
yep.
Safe.
There is a theory to it. There's a reason.
Yeah. So we have a list. We have a slew of stuff that people are bringing to the zombie apocalypse. Yep. So, what would you bring if the zombie apocalypse was happening tomorrow? Like right now, like we're getting ready for it. What weapon are you bringing to the zombie apocalypse?
What weapon would I bring to a zombie apocalypse? That's a very good question.
Other than your camera, because zombie apocalypse, you got to, you know?
There'll be some horrific photos.
I honestly think that's the first thing I'm grabbing if they announce zombie apocalypse on the news. I'm grabbing my camera because I'm like, I need to get pictures of people trying to eat other people.
I don't know if I'd want to take a photo of that.
Yeah.
I could stand on a roof somewhere with the telephoto lens, dude, and zoom way the fuck out from a good quarter mile away. So,
I guess if you want to.
I'm a plasma rifle.
A plasma rifle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Like recharging mag plasma rifle, or do you got limited ammo on this?
That is a point.
Because like
a recharging plasma rifle, but also have something of the zombies on me as well.
Okay.
So using the energy from that creature or that thing, I could mask my aura with the same thing, making myself seem like a zombie.
Oh, I love
Interesting.
it.
Yeah.
So
he's going deeper with it.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Like a zombie cloaking device using the energy from the
kind of, yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
That's cool.
Like I envisioned Halo, but with zombies. Because like Halo, yeah, but I mean, dude, when you were the Arbiter in Halo, you could cloak for a limited time. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, like the Arbiter was the character to be. Fuck Master Chief. All right, dude, that is
or find a skinwalker and make him my pet.
Ooh, okay.
That would be effective.
Yeah,
that would be effective.
Either way, those are honestly, I think, some of the most thought out answers right there in a matter of 30 seconds, you know?
Yeah.
That's absence for you.
Right.
You know, all I got is this medication over here.
Yeah, right.
And tequila. No, but oh, good God. So, okay, we touched on your photography.
Yep.
You also do some clothing alterations.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because that was one of the things that honestly like piqued my interest in you after we were taking pictures together at the 138 show. Yep. Is that dude, you had the coolest clothes on. You know what I mean? I mean, I rock the tailcoat and I'll rock the leather jacket, but I mean, your clothes were unique. And when you were like, oh yeah, I altered it and I made it this and that. And I was like, dude, I want to do a photo shoot with you. I legit want to do a photo shoot with some of your own clothing. I'm going to call it your brand of clothing where you make it yours, you know, where you're wearing that. And we do some of the poses we don't like, but the pictures are going to come out awesome. And I still want to do that. So
I'm done.
All right. Like, can you tell us about that? Where does that creativity come from that makes you want to alter clothing and go with it?
It's actually quite interesting. I mean, my art is taking definitely a big toll on different things from different situations, going through hell and coming back again. You know, everything is kind of created this branching out of all these different types of mediums that I used to work with. You know, I started off with doing a lot of like house paint, using house paint at first, and then moving to paint markers. And then I found out this stuff called Angelus paint, which you can use on leather. And I started doing all this custom stuff on shoes. I started doing shoes, let's say back in, 4 years ago, I think I started. And I've been doing it ever since. And it's been just advancing even further. We're getting, using stuff from like, what do you call it? Doing cosplay, the foam stuff they have, they can make shit out of, right?
Yeah.
I use that now. I have stencils, not stencils, I have like molds you can make skulls and shit. I did this jacket. It's a Battletoads jacket I'm working on. Still got to finish the back of it. It's got the sexy.
And maybe one day you'll finish the game.
You know what's that?
And maybe one day you'll finish the game too.
Oh fuck, man, that game is hard as hell.
It's one of the hardest of all time.
I won for like 10 now, right? I never got past it. I never
Nobody did.
Shit, no, I never did. You know what got me was the part where you're jumping. You're on like the freaking whatever the hell the thing is. It goes so fast. You have to jump.
Oh yeah.
It's like what are the barriers or something.
Yep. It was one of the.
You have to do the right jump. It was like slammed against the screen.
Yep. Exact timing. Battletoads, man.
Oh, fucking A, Battletoads. Yes.
They redid it and they fucked it up.
Did they?
I think so.
That can't be very easy.
They messed up the whole Dark Queen thing. She looks really ridiculous now. Like she looks like an anime character, which I have nothing wrong with anime, but it's just like it takes away from the dangerousness and just the sexiness that she represented back then.
Right.
With that whole thing, because that was the whole thing. It was like video games were provocative. Video games were like to offend in some ways, you know, like
some points, yeah.
But then it became too PC and everything, and
dude, Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah,
Jam was awesome video game.
Do you remember Booger Man?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yep.
What was the one with the squirrel? It was
Conquer That Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That game right there definitely was meant to push the boundaries of art as far as the video game aspect.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know? Oh fuck shit.
That's the easy way to put it, right? Oh fuck shit.
Fuck shit.
You know, those are my two favorite words. Fuck shit, fuck. Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, good God. Battle.
Yeah, Jealous Paint, where I started with this whole thing, and like it's a really good paint to use. It's flexible. It doesn't scratch off. It doesn't wear off. And then on top of that, I seal it with Snow Seal. Snow Seal is the stuff they use in the army, so it already has this like really good like quality to it. It does darken the color just a little bit. It seals it in, makes it weatherproof, waterproof.
Very nice.
I've sold one of the shoes already. It was a BioShock shoe from the video game inspired.
That's awesome.
That's one of the shoes. So I get it, like a lot of video game references stuff I've gotten into doing.
Yeah.
And like what else with jackets too as well, bags.
Dude, what we need to do is get him and Johnny Dismal together in contact.
And do what?
Get him in contact, dude, because I could envision some wicked collabs.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Stuff in general.
I might have some photos of the stuff. Let me check here.
Okay.
I have it on my Google Drive.
Liz in the chat here is asking, with clothing, is there an availability, or is it just commission only, or
what does she mean by availability? What does she mean by that?
Like, do you, like with me with my t-shirts, we have a handful of shirts printed and we sell them. So do you have some stuff on stock that you sell, or is everything you do commission only?
No, I have both. I have some things that are I'm doing a commission piece right now. I'm doing a Dragon and Phoenix piece right now.
Okay.
I'm working on. It's on leather too as well. But
nice.
This is part of it here. It's the one size Dragon with the
Very
scales.
nice.
Oh yeah.
The other side is Phoenix. But here's the thing though, I wanted this to look like silk.
Okay.
So it actually changed the structure of this. But this is something I'm learning now about transmutation. This is something, a whole new thing I'm working on right now. It's transmutation, changing one object to another object.
Yeah.
And then this is the sword on the back of it.
Nice.
But I want to keep this as clean as possible compared to the other one. So if I'm doing something, for someone else, like this piece, he wanted to have more of the leather show. So I created stencils, cutting out the stencils by hand, and then spraying that onto it with the airbrush.
Okay.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, so to show you the other stuff here. Hold on.
Liz is asking where she can buy. Where can we purchase your
So there's a place on Artist Row called the Chagall Pack Place.
Okay.
And my shoes are there.
Well, there you go, Liz.
A lot of my stuff's there if you want to check it out. Yeah.
Nice.
They're gonna be opening up very soon again. I think this week. So just stop on by, check it out, see if they're open. Trying to find the photos here.
Liz also takes a lot of notes during our live stream.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Everything down.
Okay, so let's see your shoes. All right, so this guy.
You're gonna do the share thing. Let me make you the host again, huh?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm giving them the host rings.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
Let me know what you got set up there at home.
You're set up. You're the host.
Okay, I'm the host now. All right, perfect.
Yep. Liz says awesome. I know exactly where that place is. So cool.
Okay, awesome. All right, let me see here. Share screen. Oh, share screen. Should work, I think. So these are some of the shoes.
Famous last words.
These ones are these are David Bowie ones.
Yeah, she is so gonna love those. What size are those?
Shit, I have to check.
Tell me 6.5. If you say 6.5, it's fucking kismet right there.
They might be 6.5. One is awake. One of us is awake and actually just like, oh fuck, I just fucked it up.
Oh, those boots were awesome too.
Oh no, I go back. Shoes. Okay. Where we go? Shoe brought it through. Okay. I'm trying to figure ways I can just highlight them all to just like select through them here.
Right.
If we do that, this will work. Preview. It's probably open like 500 windows. All right. Here we go.
Love it when that happens.
These are the Headhunter shoes.
Oh yeah.
Those are the Phantomo shoes from Mario Brothers 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Metroid.
Oh, those are awesome boots.
Peach Princess shoes.
Right.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
These are the BioShock Infinite shoes.
Okay. Dude, I love those boots. The buckles and the straps. Like
Yeah.
there's
The pink ones.
A lot. No, these ones right now that are up.
I can't see.
YouTube stream instead of Zoom.
Yeah, I have to watch it. It's behind. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
Pickle
Yep.
Rick.
The Captain America boot.
Yes. Yes.
The Pickle Rick ones. Is that X-Men?
X-Men. Yeah.
These are Resident Evil.
Yes.
I don't even have a thing on the side of them. These are the Stranger Things shoes, the Demogorgon shoes.
Uh-huh.
That's most of them right there.
Nice. Yeah, those are beautiful. Those are
Thank
beautiful.
you. And then
we're getting ready to spend a whole bunch of money on your shoes.
a
Those ones are 6.5. So
couple other ones, other accessories. Let's see, what are these ones? I forget what the stuff is here.
see, and this is what it's about, dude. I met another artist who does photography and other stuff, and we're bringing him to the table, and he's showcasing his. This is what our original intent with the whole live stream was.
Basically, bring people in together and talk with each one, find out different things about each artist, and see the parallels and the differences.
I like how you use the branch on that tree back there on that shot with the gloves.
Oh yeah.
Kind of the stand, and then you did the macro thing. I love that.
Those
that's
are
gotta
the
be good about having your own product too, and being a photographer is you know the product placement shots you want,
yes,
and you do it. You know,
exactly. This was the Adventure Time / Midnight Gospel shoes.
oh, those are ridiculous.
So one side, this side is Midnight Gospel, this side is Adventure Time. He wanted to have Marceline playing BMO as an amp.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I want to commission you to do some shit on my cowboy boots.
Oh hell yeah! I had a pair before that got fucked up somewhere else. Unfortunately, I did these for a friend of mine.
Liz here in the chat says, "Oh my god!" 3 exclamation points. I want them all when she sees them.
Jesus.
We're gonna go broke this month. That's okay.
These were a birthday present I did for a friend of mine. It was his birthday, so I did these shoes. I'm actually gonna do one for Captain Motherfucker when he comes around. I want to do a pair of shoes for him for his birthday. Because yesterday was his birthday, or was that yesterday? That was yesterday, right? Was that yesterday? The days are mixed up together. I don't know what day it is.
It is like third Friday for me, so it's okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
You're gonna like this one, Doc. You're gonna like this one a lot.
I'll have to wait for the YouTube video to catch up.
So this one is the Doom bag.
Ooh, go back to that first picture of the revolver. I'm sorry.
Doom, the early days of shareware.
The early days of shareware.
Dude, I love that shot too. All right, there we go.
I shot this at Army Barrack.
Where
let me use a bunch of stuff there.
That is fantastic.
Nice.
And I made
Love it.
mock-up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah, and so I started getting into like using Photoshop with some of my photos as well.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you one of those in Lightroom here if I can find
it. Love the UI on the bottom. That's just fantastic.
The what?
The UI, the interface at the bottom of Doom in the photos you got there.
Yeah.
Just I didn't catch it at first, and then I looked down like, oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic.
This is going to be a ridiculous question for you, Mystic. You have a watermark like on your photos, and I should totally be on watermark level by now, but I don't do a freaking watermark.
Do you know why?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I was like, "What's your thoughts? Tell me why."
Because the thing is, I asked you that because like when I was younger and I was in art studio when I was over at when I was in high school, right? I was like, I don't need to put a signature on my artwork. I don't know what my artwork is. And I had this feeling, I just had that feeling like that kind of way of thinking about things. But then really think about it, it's like, it's not, it is important, but not important at the same time. But it does save your ass in a way, you know, if someone tries to fucking take your shit. So, I mean, in that sense, it makes sense. But I get what you're saying, like, why do I really need a watermark? You know, do I need this label?
Well, no, my question is I don't have one, and how the fuck do I get one? Like, do I do this through what app should I use to? What do you do?
I use Lightroom. They give you an option. So if you, let's say, for instance, I take this photo right here. 1 second here. Oh, my top screen here.
Photoshop, you can just set up an action that applies it to the image.
If I go to develop, right, I have the image here. I go here and I go to export, right? It gives me the option here, watermark. And then you can go in here and you can customize it. So you can say edit watermark. Oh, please move this window away to shit. Weird. That's weird. I don't know why I won't show that part, but you can change it to whatever you want it to be. You know. So
I'm gonna start I'm gonna start watermarking my shit. Like
I'd say you probably should in some degree.
Yeah, I mean, like especially the level I'm kind of getting into, because I noticed there was other photographers that uploaded from the 138 show. Everybody's got a watermark but me, you know.
Well, you gotta think of what is your watermark going to be? Is it going to be like your name? Is it going to be?
Yeah, that's you got to figure out what it will be.
Yeah, well, it'll be like a logo, because you can do that here too as well. You can do a logo, and then you can also do it. I mean, some of them do the watermark. Like they do the watermark. I think it's already on the image already.
Yeah.
It's like in the image. I think Photoshop does that, where it has like the copyright is actually in the image. So if they try to download, it's actually the information pulls up. It says copyrighted, da 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 da.
Yep.
Like that's the thing with Photoshop. Photoshop is a much more, I guess. You work Photoshop a lot, right, Doc?
I used to.
You used to, okay.
I don't anymore.
When you were working with it, though,
I already know what my watermark's going to be.
And you know what my maker mark is going to be.
It's going to be bold. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be like diagonal, right? Across the entire picture, but it's just going to say watermark.
It's going to say watermark.
Yeah.
Nice.
Watermark.
You just give me watermark?
Yeah, it's going to say watermark like everywhere, diagonal, all the way across the picture, you know? That's going to be it.
This is one of my shots. So I used to do.
I
will be
do a
doing it again.
Tonedingo Freeman watermark, of course, you know?
This is a shot from an African drumming that was going on Arch Road, because there was open mic there, and I used to do photos for a friend of mine, Michelle, who lets me do the pictures for her. So during the whole time, I've been doing all kinds of photos. I still make a website here for all my shit. I've been working on that now.
Yep, I got a website.
You got a website too?
Yep, ToneDingoFreeman.com. www.tonedingo.
You went to Echo, and that was great.
You know, it's great the first 50 times. After a while, it's like, oh, okay.
I bring in the Echo Doc's like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Not bad. No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a very minor level of it. Very minor level.
Voice effects in here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love the voice effect.
They can be fun.
Yeah.
But other times it's just, yeah.
It
varies.
So like that seems pretty user friendly with the whole watermark, how you explain it. So I'll get into that one.
For me, my maker mark stuff on my leather things, I'm just beginning, but even then it's like I don't mark it for like to protect myself or anything like that. Eventually I assume it will get to that point, but it's just because, you know what? I fucking made that. Bam, put that mark on it. I'm like, it's, I don't have a custom one yet. They make them and I get them for like $50, but I don't have a logo fully designed yet. So I can't do it yet. So I just got a little,
Doc does hand leather working stuff.
Yes.
So that's what we're talking about. Like he made a handful of these journals right here.
I'm doing this right now.
Oh, those are nice.
So it's just a little pouch thing.
Do you want some artwork on that?
That would be dope too. Well, maybe not this one, because if you look, the strap is at an angle. So it's a little wonky, but nonetheless, that would actually be really damn cool. That would be really damn cool.
It's Tony.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me make one that's. Yeah, that's a good idea.
A whole bunch of leather lighter holsters, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, little basic things
that we had. Everybody got one pretty much.
Yep.
Keychains. He makes great keychains. I got an awesome skull and crossbones. Somebody got like, was it a Cthulhu or just a squid on that?
It looks more like an octopus.
Yeah. It's a cephalopod of some sort.
It is, but it's a normal 8-legged thing. It's not long like a squid would be.
It was really cool. That was one of my favorite ones too.
It worked out fairly well. We didn't. What?
That's Cap Motherfucker right there. Cap Motherfucker.
I think. I gotta wait for it to update because I'm still watching YouTube.
All I see is the screen that I see over here, Mystic.
I gotta change the screen. Oh yeah, I know what happened. I gotta get change the screen. That's right. Yeah. 1 second. Here we go. Okay, I see.
It's like your photo directory is what we see right now. There we go.
I don't. See, I still don't see it.
You see it now?
No.
It'll come up in a second, Doc.
Yeah, it will on YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm just surprised it doesn't share in Zoom. That's what's confusing me.
But see, that's how I see it, Doc.
It should be
I don't-
shared.
You don't see it. 'Cause
Nope.
I
There's
see it on my Zoom screen.
Should I pause it first and then pause the share and then open up again? Let's do this. There we go. Does that work now?
You know what? It is entirely possible that Zoom did this because it's done it before. I have 2 monitors.
Yep.
And it threw it up on the right monitor, but I had something else open on that monitor. So it was just behind the window. So I minimized the window. There it is.
There you
So
go.
I've got it now.
You got it now?
Woohoo!
You see it now? That's Captain Motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Makeup and
night
all.
I met him over.
Yep,
that
that's
was
the
at the
night you met me.
138 show, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this dude's like an awesome grown-up Eddie Munster. What's up?
There you are.
Oh, look, there's,
No,
oh my God, look at that one.
he's not the grown-up Eddie Munster, man. I've met grown-up Eddie Munster.
This one's better.
Yeah, dude, I was pimping it
You're
that night.
in
That
the
fucking get
crowd,
up.
man.
Yep. That
Oh,
would
look
be
at
why.
that.
You're,
Been
you're
right
in the crowd
behind me.
there.
Huh?
Bluefin right behind me too in that shot.
This guy right here.
Oh, yeah. There he is. Yep. He shows
Look
just
there,
places.
right there. That's awesome.
It was a really good show. I got a lot of good shots of this dude too. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, he's the one I got an awesome some black and whites of that came out real good while he was up there tuning his acoustic, you know.
Yeah.
But that shot, especially with Chris in the background, that is legit.
Yeah. No, that's why I cropped it a little bit to have Chris in the background there.
It's like
Yep.
the
It's just like
homage
iconic.
looking shot, though. You
It's
know.
fucking iconic, man. It's a good shot.
Yeah.
For going back to what was said a minute ago, I mean, that's current Eddie Munster. That was him 3 years ago
Right.
because I met him at Mad Monster, and it was the strangest thing. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So you heard Rob Zombie's gonna be doing the Monster remake or something like that, right?
is he?
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
We talked, Tone, you and I talked about Rob Zombie recently, didn't he? I talked with somebody.
You and I talked about him because I was listening. He's on my birthday playlist.
Okay.
Everybody's fucking in the US. Yeah.
Oh, nice. The black and white is nice. Oh, those are good. Yeah.
Oh, bro. Body Count came on Spotify yesterday.
Body count.
I'm like, fucking Body Count. I'm like, I haven't heard Ice-T doing metal in a while. It wasn't bad. The newer stuff's not bad. Not
Yeah.
great, but not bad. The old stuff, in my opinion, was straight up bad. I gave him credit for, stepping out of his comfort zone, but it wasn't good. But this is better, in my opinion. So,
I like that you keep the blurry shots too, because I keep a lot of my blurry shots because they add a viewpoint.
They add motion.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
it does.
Who that dude is in the camouflage? That's the fucking Boston Bluefin right there.
You're right.
I
Like,
can't
that
even
works-
see
that
a
works perfect.
person. Oh, I guess I do see it now. It's like shoulders. Yeah. Okay.
That works pretty good then.
Yeah.
Boston Bluefin.
I wait a second hour. This is blurry.
Yep.
But
Yeah, too.
Like that one.
Dude, he was like singing into I think dude's name is Mark. right
yeah,
there.
Mark. Yep. He was there last night too, as well.
Yep. He's in the band. He's in the 138. He's
Yep.
with Sam Seaver and them. Because like we were hanging out with them at their jam space before we came to the show at the Kodo the other night.
Is that like just like a meeting table in the background?
Yeah, it was bro, this venue was hella ridiculous because we get there. This is the first venue I walked into the doors and I'm like, I expected it to be like a bar, right? With like a stage or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like a VFW conference room.
See, it was
Pretty much. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I went to what is it, the Mesa Art Festival thing a couple of years ago with Gaia, and went to see because my friend Carla's boyfriend plays in a band. So she's like, "We're playing. You should come out." So I did, and literally, you just walk in, and the ceiling of the place is like your normal ceiling tiles you see in like offices and shit, you know. And it's a like really low ceiling, and I'm like, "This is really weird."
Are you talking about Southwest Makers Fest that they do?
No, it's the Tempe Arts and Music Fest. Yep. They do it every year.
Picture of dude drinking the beer. He was at the show.
Yeah, he was.
Too. Dude, and I swear, him and his girl were dressed the exact same as they were dressed from the week before. You know?
No, he didn't have a jacket on this time.
No, he had it up at the bar because he
took it off. Oh, okay. He took it off?
Yeah, he was sitting next to us at the bar.
Okay.
But, like,
all right.
Same demeanor, same style get up. Like, that's just who they are. They're awesome. Yep.
We got a lot of crowd pictures. This is great.
Yeah. There you go.
Everyone's different facial expressions is awesome.
Yeah. The guy in the blue shirt, though, throwing the horns up with the beer, he was ridiculous, dude. He was ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody there was ridiculously awesome. It was like, imagine a whole bunch of people, Doc, went to high school together, to like play music, and then boom, we're all like in our mid 50s
like
and
40s.
Yeah, right.
That's what it was, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Great blurry pics of him too, like that. Oh my god, they came out good too.
That's awesome.
She's taking the pictures.
Yeah. And there's Captain Motherfucker right there.
He makes another appearance.
He does. He makes a lot of appearances on this. He had so much energy, this dude.
Well, and they got what? Are you going to be at the show on the 6th?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
All right, cool. We're going to be there too. There's like a whole slew of people playing that night, dude.
Yes, there is.
Like,
it's like $12, I think.
Yeah. I think oh, you have to pay cover?
Probably. I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
I'll get you set up, dude. Like, we don't pay cover when we go to these things.
Can't be that expensive though.
No. But I mean, it's a good cause. We throw down
$15.
The other night it was $8.
Yeah, so why not pay it? I mean, shit.
Yeah. But
there's some tattoos.
Oh yeah, their band is.
I was talking about him and his head.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tattoos.
Yeah,
he's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous, awesome. Like, their band's gonna be playing, on the 6th.
Yeah, they're gonna be there too.
Dude, the flyer for the show, Doc. I swear, dude, I saw like 8 bands. Just that.
No, it's more than that.
And then I saw like a whole bunch of more after the first 8. I'm like, wow.
Either it's a long show or they've each got 15 minutes to play.
Either way, I can't wait for the pictures we're gonna get from that.
Well, yeah. I mean, yes.
Yep.
Jesus.
There's our boy.
We saw him last night too.
Yeah, he's the one that we came with him the other night.
That guy looks like Chris, man. This guy looks like Chris.
Yeah, that's what everybody kept saying.
Everyone was like tripped out by the whole situation there. Looked like he was like Chris there, you know?
Right.
But yeah. And then let's see what that's my stuff here.
And that dude in the picture to the left, he was there the other night too.
This guy right here, Eddie.
Yep.
Yeah,
long-haired mohawk dude.
Yeah,
it's
Eddie.
It seems like everybody from both of those shows, like, everybody just kind of runs in that same little crowd of, we're all going to this show, you know?
Oh, this is another project I did too. I painted that. That's
Jesus.
This 3D Halloween museum. thing over there.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun actually. And there's like some Cthulhu stuff here too as well.
That's awesome.
It all glows in the dark and it's in 3D too.
Is it glow in the dark or is it black light? That looks like black light.
Black light. It's in 3D. So you put your glasses on, the shit pops out at you. It's really awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. So they have full creativity with this thing. It was pretty awesome. It was a lot of fun. But that was another project I was working on.
It's a shame you can't put like a film over the lens and get the 3D effect with the camera.
You know what? I haven't tried that yet.
I don't really even know how it would work though, because it's like the pictures are not 3D inherently.
I don't know how to turn your flashlight into a black light.
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
So
I have a black light flashlight because they sell them in Phoenix Town. You know that.
This was
here too.
This was the vampire. He was doing DJs. My friend Victor, who was doing
DJ. Nice.
And pretty much, I wanted. So when I was there, the only thing I drank was absinthe. So I was there the whole time drinking absinthe the whole time when I was there.
Jeez.
Okay.
And so I was like doing these shots and everything. This is the first time I actually used the slow shutter sync thing. And now it's turned green and my computer just froze on me. There it goes. Okay.
Don't you love that?
Yeah. George, whoa.
It's always when you want it the most.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I love that though. It looks like retro, vintage.
A little bit, right?
Like there's a lot going on in that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This guy was kind of cool
too. Nice.
Give it a second.
You like that?
It's like doing a lot.
I just like it the way it was. I like the crop version. They're both good, don't get me wrong, but I like the crop version because it focuses the face.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. I could definitely crop
like that. I'm like, because look at the highlights. The hair is bright, obviously, but even that leads your eye up to the right, which is right where the face is. Yep. So that's the way my brain took it.
Well, actually, I like that crop idea. That's nice.
I can totally see that on a T-shirt. That's all I'm saying.
No, I totally agree. I think that would be dope on a T-shirt.
That's not same guy.
Not as cool a picture. Although she looks like what's her name? Courtney Love.
A little bit, yeah. I guess
in that photo.
Definitely. These two are great though.
I was about to say there's Captain Motherfucker again, but nope.
Nice.
He just shows up.
He's in the back of a photo, way somewhere. You're like, wait a second, zoom in over there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's some of the stuff right there for you, though.
Yeah, dude.
Well, like I said, I started off as an artist before getting really into the photography stuff, so it kind of carries on. And
it is art. No matter what kind of, if you can create something or you do something, art is just changing something from what it is to make it yours. And
just even if you're not doing it the way in your way, I mean, that's the way I'm starting to realize now with the stuff I've been doing now is I've been cutting, punching holes, all that stuff per patterns. These aren't free-form things I'm doing right now. But I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I got everything. I can start stitching it. And I'm like, no, I have an entire box now that's, I think I have something like maybe 22, 24 different colors of dye now. It's just been building lately. And I'm like, no, I need that color. I need that color. And so now I'll just start dyeing things different to make it. And that's the thing that I'm customizing on. But to me, even though I may be building from a pattern, my hands built it. So to me, that is something that's coming from my mind and my body. That is a piece of art.
Yeah.
That's the way I view it, at least.
I mean, that's kind of like crafting. It's kind of like the idea of like you're literally manifesting your stuff from your head into the physical reality, which is technically magic in a way, if you think about it.
Yep.
You're presenting that And do you use like stamps and stuff to like make the patterns or whatever on it? Or,
well, I mean, if you want to create, I mean, to make the whole thing, if you're looking at something like this, right?
Yeah.
It's the pattern will be the shapes of these different pieces with the marks for the holes. Mm. So I just print them out on cardstock. And because they come in a PDF, print on cardstock, I have to cut the pieces out of the cardstock, so you're precise. And that's a big issue I have, is being precise, because I have active tremor. So anytime I'm trying to do something precise, my hand starts to kind of vibrate. And so keeping a straight line is a royal pain. Mm-hmm. You may hear just, oh, they've got the little hole punches there. It's already marked for you in order to do it. Yeah. But you try making that a perfectly straight line every time when your hand doesn't want to stay put. And it's a pain. But you know what? I've gotten better and better at it, and I'm learning. So, but yeah. And so you go from there, and then you start stitching. So I choose what color stitch I want. And this, I just used a basic black. I like the colors. I like having contrast, but it's because I had this sort of darker brown. And when I started doing it, I could barely see the contrast between the two. And when you try stitching inside there, that you can't even barely see. I had to see it. So I went with black. But yeah, and that's basically what you do. And I mean, the ones I've been buying are from Diesel Punk. Dieselpunk.ro. It's this guy, Tony, who's in Romania, and his patterns are phenomenal. He does some crazy things. You buy the pattern, and then you get the PDF and then a link to the tutorial video on YouTube. And so then he goes through it, talks about it, then makes it right there. So you can see, okay, that piece comes first, then that piece, because things have to be in order too when you build it. You could screw something up bad. I left off there's supposed to be, you can see a little hole at the bottom here. Yeah. There's supposed to be a belt buckle that this goes through. I don't have one that fits it right now. Okay. So I built it to this point earlier today, and I got to go over to Tandy or something like that and pick up a buckle for it. So, and then that's it. It
sounds to me, Doc, like you need a lot of energy through that whole
there is truth to that.
Probably, yeah, definitely.
So what could you drink to get your energy up while you're creating your works of leather?
The same thing I always go to, man. Stacks Pack Coffee. STAXPACK.com. If you put in, hold on, but wait, there's more. If you put in the promo code Tonedingo, you get 20% off plus free shipping. Come on, doesn't get any better than that.
Dude, the funny thing is that the promo code is my name, Tonedingo, which
is
a combination of two-tone. And he gives you 20% off if you use the name that my nickname derived into, two-tone, right? The 20.
You're confusing people now, Tone.
2 times.
You need to put the smoke down, man. You're getting confusing.
Tonedingo gets you 20% in free shipping, which is an awesome deal. It is totally a commercial.
Yeah, that was definitely a commercial, man.
It's never planned.
Is that how YouTube works now? That you have to have some type of commercial within the actual feed itself in order to
You get paid if you are monetized, meaning you have sponsors. We just don't. We honestly do this just because.
Do shit for us, dude. So
literally, the company does nothing.
He's a buddy of mine in Stacks Pack.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's a good thing. Like their coffee is a great brand, dude.
It's good stuff. It is good.
We had him on the show, and he's like, "Bro, I totally want to sponsor you." And I'm like, "Well, cool. We got our first sponsor, dude. So we don't get anything from it except people get a discount for using my name. But on my website, when you order my T-shirts or any of my prints, Stacks Packs as the promo code, you get 15% off your entire order.
Now you just added the N too again. You said Stacks Packs. but it's not.
So easy to do. It's stacks.
Are those the cup things? We want to like.
You can get those, but they have regular coffee too.
Okay.
Something special about the little K-Pod.
That's right. That's what I ordered from them.
I use those ones.
That's what I ordered from them. And he had told us, and this is true, that in the little pods inside the bottom, there's a little bit of a diffuser screen. Okay. He says, because normally it just punches a hole in the top, punches a hole in the bottom, and then runs water through it. Well, theirs have that diffuser, so it actually, the water it gets slowed down by that, which causes the grounds to actually do what they're supposed to do more, and then the coffee comes out. I have to say, it absolutely does change it a bit. It's a much smoother flavor. There's not as much of a bite to it, if you will.
So it's not like liquid diarrhea, basically, you're saying?
No, it's not.
Thank God. With the built-in K-cup diffuser, you get excellent taste with every sip of coffee.
Can you imagine the wars we'd get into if I kept that little mixer panel that had effects too? We'd be going back and forth. He'd be talking, and I'd be like, "So, hello," with the big just go back and forth. Yep, just like that.
And this whole little mixer board is honestly the reason why I don't use that big expensive microphone that I have. You know, that sounds really good. But I can't
use that
into the board. No, I can't hook it into the board. So,
because the cable is only the what's it called? The normal microphone plug.
No, that one it's USB. So I just plug that one USB. But the mixer doesn't.
It doesn't take USB. Yep. Yeah. Same issue I have.
It's all good. But that brings me before I did have one more question for you, Mystic, but
sure.
We play a game on this show, and I kind of told you a little bit about it on the phone. The game is called A Shot in the Mouth.
I'm going to ask the same question I've been asking everybody, though. Were you listening earlier in the show when I did it?
Ooh.
I don't think he was listening.
Shit, no, I don't think I was.
Okay, no, and that's the idea is we need to make sure that when he and I do this, because we do it at the beginning of every show, we need to make sure the person who's going to be on is not listening, because you're not supposed to know the topic. It's going to be, we tell you, and then you got 20 seconds to give as many examples of X, Y, Z. And so if you know what it is going in, though, we've started handicapping people by 3, I think it was, right? Where you automatically get 3 subtracted from your score at the end because you knew what it was. So you're prepared.
Okay.
Is for every one that you get within those 20 seconds, you get 1,000 points per. And we have ongoing points. So Doc is he'll write your name down, and then you come on.
I'll do this one today. Yeah.
You again. You've got your points for the next show.
Is Liz not listening still?
Liz is still listening.
I thought she had the big running total because she's always on.
Yeah, she'll keep track too. She says right now she can't put names or websites in the feed. It keeps censoring me. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know why it does that.
You can still hear me, right?
Huh.
Yep, we can still hear you.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So, and then if what the big shtick is if you get more in those 20 seconds than Doc did, you get to keep all the ones for what you got, plus you get bonus. What did we figure it out?
You get one for each one, right? And then at the end, if you win, you get 5,000.
Yeah, if you win, you get 5,000 points. But those
I get subtracted.
Doc, because you beat his score, he loses points and you gain more points.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose so bad tonight. This I think is gonna be my worst night yet.
I don't know. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
Your stopwatch ready, Doc?
Oh.
Did you say your stopwatch?
Yeah. Well, I did before we did mine. So and stopwatch is ready.
All right. So,
when you're done saying what the topic is, that's when I'm going to push the button.
Yep. When I say go.
Okay, I'll wait.
And that's the 20 seconds.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right. So, Mystic, are you ready to take a shot in the mouth?
Got it.
All right. Name as many brands of cameras as you can in 20 seconds. Go.
Canon, Nikon, Alexa, Sigma, Sony, shit. Does that include brownies?
Oh yeah, just keep naming.
20 seconds.
Polaroid.
No, it's 20 seconds already up.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Right.
that last one doesn't count.
So did he just get 5?
He did get 5, barely.
Okay, so this is the first time we run into this one.
It is.
We have a tie
Yep.
between you and Doc.
I thought you were going to slaughter me on it, man, because I knew I was forgetting a ton.
You got 5. Well, remember, bro, when I asked you that one time, name as many artists as you can, like you stumbled.
I stumbled because I was thinking the wrong.
The classic.
I was, yeah.
Like Michelangelo.
I'm thinking painters and sculptors. Then that was the day your mom was on, wasn't it?
We asked my mom, name artists. My mom's like, me, you.
Every musician you can think of.
Painters, but yeah. All artists.
I didn't think that way about musicians and anything outside of
so what do we do
traditional
with
arts?
Because
I don't know.
He got 5, he got 5. So he's got 5,000 points right now. We need a tiebreaker of some sort.
How's that work?
We could do that. Come up with a different topic for both of us. But how do we make sure? Well, you know what? Okay, we can do this. If you could think of another topic, you get to give it to both of us. I will take my headphones off while he gives his answers because I can't hear this thing without my headphones on. So that way I won't be able to hear it. You finish with that. Wave your hands or something. I'll put that.
All you got to do count to 23, Doc.
That works.
You take your headphones off, count to 25.
Yep.
All right, I got this. That's our tiebreaker. That's what we do. And I've got the timer. And I'll keep track. All right, so that means I got to come up with something good, right? Okay, I got this. All right. For the tiebreaker, shot in the mouth. That fucking reverb is ridiculous. Look, he's over there counting down, huh? And we're still going.
I'm going to have to walk further away from the headphones because I can hear Tone. I can't hear him, but I can hear Tone because he's talking so loudly.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to walk over there. Oh, you know what? I'll unplug the headphones.
There you go.
That's a better idea. All right.
You want that also go through the speaker?
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to come through his speakers on the computer. Doc,
mute your speaker. Mute your speaker.
Yeah, that's what he should do. He should just
mute your speaker.
Yeah. I don't even know if he can hear us. Doc is he's an odd character. He's my best dude. All right. So
wait one second.
For the tiebreaker, shot in the mouth. This is getting ridiculous. All right. Name as many comic book characters as you can in 20 seconds. Go.
Professor Xavier, Wolverine, Gambit, Jubilee, Juggernaut, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Universal. No, that's not Universal.
20 seconds.
What's his name?
Time's up. You got 8 though. You got 8. So that's a good start. That's a great start. Oh, all right, Doc, you're good. Come back. Dr. Houdini, come back in the house. Come back in the house.
He changed his name? He changed his name?
Well, his name is Dr. Houdini. All right. His name is Dr. Houdini the 10th. That's his official online persona name, right?
I mean, if it weren't for Derby being the origin of the name, the 10th wouldn't even be on there. Because the 10th wouldn't even be on there.
That's great.
Because that was my Derby number.
He started the Zoom conference thing. He had a typo.
Oh,
His name always appears as Doctor Whodunit on
Yep.
screen.
Oh, nice.
and it still does. I tried changing it and it wouldn't, for some reason, it didn't change. It said it did, but it didn't. I don't know why.
So
Oh, well.
I'm going to suggest an addendum to the shot in the mouth tiebreaker.
Okay.
I think since it's like a tiebreaker and it's a rare thing, you know?
Yeah.
That it should be double or nothing points too. Like they take instead of 5, they get 10,000 points from you.
Now, did you already do it with him?
Yeah, yep, we've already done it.
Okay.
So if you trump him, you would get 10,000 bonus points and he would lose 10,000 bonus points and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the tiebreaker. But I don't know if
All
you're
right.
gonna. He got 8, dude, in 20 seconds. Like, and they were a quick 8. All right. So, Doctor Whodunit, are you ready to take a tiebreaker shot in the mouth?
After all of that, no, I'm not ready. But I don't know if I have a choice.
No, because this is the tiebreaker. It's double or nothing. All right. In 20 seconds, name as many comic book characters as you can. Go.
Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, the Magneto, Professor X, Hawkeye, Psylocke, the Juggernaut, Deadpool. Oh my god, Sabretooth, Wolverine, Storm.
Seconds right
Psylocke.
there.
No, I already said Psylocke. Oh well. I was thinking Rogue, but said Psylocke again.
You got 12 though, dude.
That's good. That was good.
Like, yeah, like I expected you to stumble on that one, dude. Like, you know, but yeah, you did great, dude. I'm surprised you didn't yell out Doctor Who.
That's not a comic. Well, they are in comics, yeah. So technically,
whether
but
it's
the thing was, is
not, dude, it's still.
I mean, I've gone Spawn. I could have gone Star Wars. I could have gone. That's the thing. You could have said the Max. You know, there's. I mean, Sin City. There's so many other things, but
you could have said Obama because
you know what's funny? You did a lot of the same ones I did there too.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's easy with a lot of them because current pop culture.
Yeah,
you know, all the Marvel and DC stuff. It's like these characters are right here, right now. Not that they weren't all before this for me, but it's just you hear it all the time. You know, I should have mentioned Moon Knight because I watched Moon Knight the other day and stuff like that. You know, but those weren't coming to mind.
Did you ask what was canon? Is that what you asked, Mystic? What? Did you ask what was canon?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said cable.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Cable.
Yeah, watched Deadpool 2 yesterday.
Yeah. The Deadpool cable storyline is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Then again, Deadpool's pretty ridiculous.
Always is.
But I'm glad I did that well. That makes me happy. I was worried, because we talked about that before. Like you had asked me about what was it? One of the first ones was it how many metal bands I could name or something like that?
Yeah.
And I stumbled like a mofo on those. And I'm like, oh my God, that is like all I listen to. How am I not thinking of names?
Well, dude, that was the show when we had CJ.
Was that? Oh, that's right.
Do you guys remember?
Do
you remember like high school when you have to take that quiz or test and your brain is just like,
oh yeah, the brain just shuts off.
What happens? Because you're on the spot.
Yep. Well, didn't it happen to CJ?
It like does something to the brain.
Yeah.
You're just like.
You hear the question and you're like,
you have 20 seconds to do this. Fuck shit.
Well, and you hear the question, you're like, oh, that's going to be easy. And then nothing happens.
The trick is not to think about the time, though. That's the thing. It's like once you start, here's the thing. It's like time is a fucking weird thing, okay? Because time controls us in so many ways, even though time is necessarily not really real, but it's a man-made construct that we have throughout the day. Mm-hmm. Time itself, it like when we think about time and how much time we have for something, it like puts us in this very stressful way of thinking about things.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, time fleeting and madness takes control. No, nobody. Oh, that was a Rocky Horror thing.
Yeah, it was coming to me, dude. Like I'm a little stoned, so I'm like slow toe.
It just popped into my head immediately, and I'm like, am I gonna start singing Time Warp here out of nowhere?
No, like time is totally, dude. I totally get that because like all weekend. So I got done at work Friday. I got home at like 5:30 Friday, and I left today at like a little bit before 1, right from the house. So all weekend I'm like, fuck, I've only got like 30 hours to spend at home with my girl.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, and that was weighing on me all weekend. But if we didn't have this whole man made up time where we got to be at this certain time, and yeah, it totally wouldn't fuck with us. And shit would be a lot better.
How would people know when the stream's gonna start?
Because I do what I do when me and you start before we bring guests, and I start sharing it to Facebook, and I'm like, we're starting right now.
But then people just have to hope that they're going to be around.
Well, and if they are, they are. If not, that's why they could re-watch it, and that's where
That's
most
true.
of our viewers.
Isn't there like that slight delay when you do live things? It's like a slight delay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
technically you're not live till the countdown goes through, right? Again, go back to time.
True.
So like on Facebook, right? That moment you're live is like when you're seeing yourself in the screen, but you're only really live after the 3 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically you're not live.
There's about a 3-second lag between what we're seeing,
right, and YouTube,
what they're seeing. So
yeah, because that usually have it up on my tablet here with the stream playing, and you can see the delay because you've got the live thing right here in front of me, and then on the tablet it's the live YouTube stream from the YouTube app, so that delay is there, and so it kind of sucks sometimes. But
it's like translating Spanish to English and then to like Old English and verbalizing it. That's what a delay.
I don't know.
See, that confused you, and that's what happens. That's why there's a delay.
That's the delay that happens when you're trying to name these 20 things in that certain amount.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly. So
oh
yeah.
Liz said, let's do the time warp again. Divine timing. And she said she totally would have kicked your guys' butts in the name of the characters.
That's what she always says.
All right. So one more topic I kind of wanted to talk to you about before we go, because it's like 10 o'clock. So we're almost approaching over 2 hours. So that's good.
He always wants it to be long.
Yeah, even though I gotta work in the morning, so it's like
I know, and he keeps going, and I'm like, I don't even have to work, and I'm 3 hours earlier than him, and I'm sitting here going, how long is this going to be?
Damn well, I'll get up in the morning, I'll go to work. So
oh god, yeah, no, I know that.
You're in the process of doing a documentary right now.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? How far
into
this?
There's actually 2 documentaries I'm doing right now.
Okay.
One of them is actually kind of a more elaborate one, besides the UFO one. The one's about the unity of world peace. It's a big project. A friend of mine, Franco, he's putting it out there. This manifestation, I can't. Manifesto, is that the word? That's the word, yeah.
Manifestality.
Yeah, and it's this is basically it right here, is spreading world unity. This is his pamphlet. Right?
It's blurring it bad.
Yeah. Background blur.
How do I fix that?
Come on, like back it up to your face. Like put it like right over where your eyes are right now.
Yeah, but bro, it doesn't seem to matter. It's thinking that's background.
Oh,
it's blurring it. It's very weird.
One second.
Blurred the living shit out of it.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Now we can see it.
So,
oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I dig it.
And oops. Yeah, it's one of the projects I'm working on right now. The other one is about UFOs, and the title of it it's going to be called "We Are the Ones We're Looking For."
Okay.
That's the name of it. It basically goes into the principle of saying that basically there's a couple different views here, but one of the guys that he does Spellbound tours in Salem, his name is Mike Victa. He's working with me. And basically he's been to a lot of the places because he knows a lot about the UFOs. We had in Salem, there's a place, there's a power, what do you call the power station. And there's actually a photograph in Reds that has three UFOs right next to the power plant back in 1950. So Salem also has a lot of its interaction and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, Phoenix, we had the Phoenix Lights, that whole situation.
Phoenix Lights.
The Phoenix Lights.
Was that the triangle?
Yeah. Well, it was the three, over the Superstition Mountains. I think it was no, had to be late 90s.
It was 97, the first one.
Yeah.
It was in March of 97 when I lived in Montana. Is when the
first. I don't remember it at all. And I wasn't living here. I didn't move here until 2001, so I didn't know it. But once you come here, you hear about it, and it doesn't surprise me really, because
you guys have any experiences with UFO stuff?
I never have. I know we talked paranormal a couple episodes ago, and I had a bit of a thing for that, but no, nothing ever UFO or anything like that personally. I mean, there's got to be something out there. I'm not there. Like I, with how gigantic this universe is, I refuse to believe that we are the only speck of life in all of this. And even the sheer size is hard for the brain to really comprehend just how huge space really is.
Here's the other thing, though. It may not be that they're huge. It could also be small. There's a theory I also have that possibly bacteria, or there's something here on this planet that's not human, which is why we die off. Because whatever this thing that came here when it crashed with either it was the comet that crashed into the Earth or something crashed in the ocean, which very possibly, I honestly believe they're actually in the ocean, not in the sky. We're looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, it's kind of like the abyss.
In a way, yeah. Because I think if an alien spacecraft did crash into the ocean, created this much radiation, brought new life into existence, which is where now we're trying to find other, creatures and stuff. But again, this goes back to H.P. Lovecraft and the idea of like the depth and how scary and terrifying it can be, right? What if the ocean is our imagination? And what if what we perceive in our own mind, we are creating because the void, the depths of the ocean is actually creating it. So we were actually projecting our own fears. That it's kind of like the it idea, but like we're creating those monsters to exist in the water.
Yeah.
It goes so deep in so many levels.
Right? It's like out of nowhere.
Like Liz in the chat says, I think she's talking about I have with the UFO experience. Like, we saw a UFO when I lived in Montana. We were all sitting there chilling on the railroad tracks, but this huge bright light flew, like it got progressively, like it was real dim, looked almost like a star at first. And it like kind of, you could see it coming closer, and it got bright to the point where it was like a helicopter spotlight over us out of nowhere. And then within like a second, it just like vanished. And the only way that we could explain it was that an identified flying object of some sort. That's a fucking UFO.
Or there's another theory too. In the way of dimensions, I was just watching this document about dimensions and all the different dimensions and how they interact with each other. And the thing is that if the population itself is evolving into a higher level of consciousness, are we just seeing more of this now because we've changed our own structure, we've changed our own energetic signature, which allows us now to see these things that are already there? The way I'm saying is that like everything is here simultaneously. All dimensions, all space, all things are here simultaneously. But only those who are on a certain level of understanding the same frequency that it vibrates at, which actually allows it to appear in your third dimensional construct,
Yeah.
So in the third dimensional construct, a fourth dimensional thing is going to appear, but it's going to appear in a different direction in which way it functions here. You understand? But like our perception is only going to perceive it as a glip or a blip, which could explain why people see shadow people or why people see other apparitions, because they're actually not in this dimension, but they're kind of bleeding in and out of our dimension because the veil is becoming thinner.
Yeah.
And so as the great revealing, the great apocalypse, right? Everything is falling away. All the frequencies that are keeping things bound together, of keeping you enslaved into the third dimensional construct, is falling away.
See, we should have just started the show with this conversation right fucking there. It's 10
I do agree.
at night, and oh my god, it's getting great now. You know,
Do we do
like
part
Liz
two?
over here in the jam, yeah, dude, we have to do a part 2 on this one, because Liz over here in the chat's going, "Oh my god, this is my jam. Oh my god, absolutely!" Like she's over here.
Yeah, because we talked about this before and said that Liz needs to be in on it.
Yeah,
and that's kind of it.
So these creatures, these beings, or whatever you want to call them, they are like a hologram in a way, because they represent to you what feels comfortable to you or what you fear.
Right.
And then that be tied to many aspects of religious ideas or ideologies or whatever you want to call it. But like, if they are interdimensional beings, right, which I do believe they are, as your light just got brighter back behind you there. That was interesting.
It did. It happened before too. When we were talking earlier before the show, I saw all of a sudden goes bloop. I'm like, what? It's weird.
Wait,
So,
what happened?
Your lights just got bright in the back of you.
Oh, I know. This the fucking camera does that.
Really? It just to the auto.
Yeah.
That makes
it's
sense.
because I'm using the built-in camera on the Mac instead of that external camera that I have, because honestly, I think the external camera looks like shit. So I use the one on the Mac, you know?
Might as well if it looks good.
I'm trying to invite Liz into this now.
And what is it? Your conscience is telling you not to?
No, I can't remember her fucking email.
Why don't you just text her?
Well, yeah, text her the link.
Or just ask her email.
Here, let me get her in on this.
I'm like, come on, bro.
We could go another half an hour on this. You know?
Yeah, well, it is 7:20 and I got to make dinner for the kids, so, and myself, so I can't be on all night either.
It's 7:20 there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour difference right now because we don't do daylight savings.
See, that's another interesting thing too, as well. This daylight savings thing. This whole when did that start? I think it started with some of the crops, though. I think that's why.
It's something to do with. I've heard it before. I just don't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, there was a purpose originally, but it does make sense by today's standards. So
jet lag.
And a lot of other crap that you have to deal with, like when you have clients that are in Bahrain and you're working in Phoenix. Yeah, that's a bit of a time difference. And you constantly have to be doing the math, remembering what time it is there. You're like, oh, crap. Okay, they're not going to be awake for another 2 hours. And then it was a whole process. And it's like, that's not necessarily daylight savings. But while I was working on that project, we did run into daylight savings. And I'm like, oh, crap, which way does Bahrain go? It's just more crap that if we didn't have it, we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they do it, and it's lame.
All right, so I just sent her an invite.
Cool.
So we can get her on for a few, and then
I want to try to get a hold of the guy from Blink 182 because he's very much into UFOs, and try to get him like an interview or
that'd be awesome
or whatever to get a hold of him. But I'm not sure how to go about that.
I think you got to give me controls of being the host back, though.
Okay, what's that?
That way, when she says she's, I can accept.
Oh, that's what you can let her in.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there we go.
I am now the host.
Your name is almost like Fandango.
Oh, the Tonedingo. All right. Do you know where my nickname? You don't know the origin story of the Tonedingo Freeman, right?
No.
All right. So my nickname is Two Tone, right?
Okay,
like
yeah.
Two Tone, because I'm half black, half white, right?
Yeah.
It was a nickname from high school. At first, I hated it, and it stuck. But now, like, it evolved from Two Tone to everybody just kind of dropped the two and just called me Tone, right? So Django and Jane came out. And my daughter is like maybe 11 years old at the time, 12. And she was sick. And I stayed at home with her because she was sick from school. And we're watching Django and Jane together. And the whole Mandingo concept came up, right? And I'm like, well, I'm a Tonedingo. Okay, cool. Because, half black, half white, Mandingo. And then I got divorced, and I'm like, I'm a free man now. Shit. That's the name, dude. And that was like 13 years ago or more. No, it's been like 15 years now. So that's like my third persona is Tonedingo Freeman. And that's what you see here. That's the personality. Okay. This is Tonedingo. That is Doc.
I dig it.
Welcome.
It's weird the way we get these. We don't just come up out of nowhere. See what I was saying about but I mean, you came up with your in a long process. It was an hour. The name I wanted to have when I joined Dirt, I couldn't have because some skater in Texas had the name. And this is back in the day where there was an online database. Choose your name as a skater or an official, because I was a referee. You go to pick your name. You had to put it into this database to see if somebody else had the name. If they do, you can contact them and say, hey, do you mind if I use the name? Because some of them are, across the country, different country even, because, there's leagues in other countries. It's like, what do you do? Well, there was a skater I thought she was in Texas, who had the name. So I didn't take it. I was like, oh, whatever. So I had to come up with a new one. I actually have a t-shirt with the Dr. Houdini on it. It's a little drawing of the doctor strapped in with a, oh my God, the vest thing that, straight jacket. Thank you. Wow. He's all wrapped in it. And it's like, it's all drawn like, carnival poster type stuff, and I've had that shirt for years, well before I ever joined Derby. I was like, oh my God, I'm going with that. I love that. That was 2012. So it's been 10 years now. In another couple months, it'll be 10 years. And I'm like, that was my name. So people started to know me as that. Then I started to volunteer at Mad Monster. And anybody I met when we're asking each other our names, I gave them Doc. I said, no, like, what's your name, Doc? What is it again? I'm like, Doc, D-O-C. Oh, okay. Then they usually ask why. That's your name? I'll explain it. Cool. Then I started volunteering at Comic-Con. Same kind of thing happened. And so now it's just become anybody new I meet, that's the name I tell them. And, if they like Fabi tried to get my real name out of me once, Tone, at the shop. And she was like, so what is your real name? I'm like, no, you don't know it. I'm not going to tell you. I mean, this is the boss's wife at this job, but I was being paid under the table. So, no paperwork or anything. So they knew me as Doc because Tone introduced me to them as Doc. And so that's all they ever knew me as. And so I'm like, I don't care. They don't need to know my real name. So that's just what I do.
That's what I always introduce you to people at.
Exactly. And I always talk about you're Tone. My parents know you as Tone. That's it.
Dude, there's kids out there that call me Pastor Tone.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. Because I'm also an ordained minister, and I actually preached at a Baptist church for a while. Yeah. Kind of an odd life I've lived. But Liz says she didn't get the link to her email yet. Told me to resend it. I resend it if she doesn't see it or accept it.
So you can't just text her the link?
Well, it's all through the computer. She's done this before.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
she was on the show with us that one night.
Yeah, like one time. She fought with it other times too. It's been an issue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, whatever.
I think we need to do a part 2 to this. And
Yeah, I agree.
talk about the whole multiverse metaphysical and having the episode. Because, I didn't even say the title of tonight's episode like I normally do.
Interesting.
So, normally I start off with this is the title for tonight's episode, but I did plug it into the YouTube. Tonight's episode is D.F.T.F. It's an acronym, D.F.T.F. It's Don't Fake the Funk. That's tonight's episode.
Hey, which it means what exactly?
I was thinking about the conversation you and I had on the phone earlier, Doc, about how we've been in a little bit of a funk the last weeks where we're unmotivated. And it's like, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, no, don't fake the funk in life, no matter what you're going through. Be you. Meaning, like, if you're going through some shit, don't fake it. Just tell people what's up. Reach out to people. Hey, bro, how you doing?
Yep.
I'm not doing so good. Kind of like what you and I were talking about earlier. Don't fake the funk, though. Live in the funk. That way you overcome the funk. But
live in the funk. Overcome the funk.
Live in the funk.
So, living authentically, that's a big key part of it, is living authentically, because it's going to pass, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that anytime you feel these certain feelings like funk or pain or whatever this is, you're actually coming out of it rather than actually going through it. But on the level that we're at here, we feel like we're actually going through it. We're actually coming out of it. So when you get sick, you're actually not being sick. You're actually getting out of being sick. But the way we perceive things in this reality is it's kind of backwards in a way.
Yeah.
Going all low key on us now.
Yeah, that just makes my mind think.
Because their whole thing in that about time being cyclical, and how there's no real time per se.
And there are time signatures, though.
There's just now instead of time. It's just
kind of, yeah.
What we're doing now.
There's no motion forward, backward. It's just everything is now. You seen the Interstellar? The ending of the movie in the Tesseract. That's what that was. It's connecting the consciousness to all of time, where you can literally see any moment in time from where you're at. It's just that's kind of the gist. So yeah. It took me watching a few videos about that.
Sleep.
What's that?
I just kept falling asleep.
Oh God, I love that movie. I just kept
falling asleep. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the music, something about it. I just kept falling asleep in that movie.
Oh man.
I tried to watch it all the way through, and I was like,
that movie in IMAX 3D was mind blowing.
It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
It's an amazing movie.
Matthew McConaughey crying. He shouldn't do that one. I'm sorry. He shouldn't.
Bro, that moment is when he's crying over his son. What do you think that did to me?
Wait, we're talking about Interstellar, right?
Yeah.
He was crying over his
daughter,
not his son.
Now I feel stupid. Although that happens
he lost all that time, and he promised her that he'd be back. And
well, thinking about because it wasn't his son.
Way back, and she was trying to find her way to.
That's right, because the son was breaking himself and being an asshole.
Yeah.
And so yeah. That's right. Either way, the way he breaks down while watching that kid, and I'm just going. Yeah,
right. What do we call this that just happened? Because usually we call it a tone tangent when it's just me. But what do we combine even my name with? Because we just went on a double tone tangent. But
maybe we call it that then. I don't know.
Like that.
A two-tone tangent.
It was a Dr. Tone. It was a Dr. Tone tangent.
You said you haven't sent the email yet or something.
No, I sent it
You sure you're sending to the right email address, man? I mean, it's email, is it? That I sent Sally a link to it like an hour and a half ago.
I got the Gmail, Hotmail. What is it? Which one is it? Do you remember?
Yeah, it's a Gmail. It's her 622 one. Look,
Okay.
I'll send it again. I know what email to send it to. Sorry, but clearly the universe has stopped Tone from sending an email.
I'm gonna have to cut myself out in about 20 minutes because I got to make his food and food for myself, and yeah, because I got to be up at 5 a.m. too.
Yep.
Got to take him to school at 5 a.m.
Right here. I'm gonna send it to her other email.
Oh, hey, here you go. You're talking about painting stuff. If I were to buy and make this pattern,
Ooh. That's cool.
I've the bag. I've loved this for a while, but thought I'd be even close to doing it. I've now made 2 of the pouches, and I'm still kind of trying to make a bag, but
Nice.
It's screwed up. So I'm still going to keep working on it. It's not going to look right, but I'm like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. I have all of this leather I use, all this product that's money, and I'm going to make something. Plus, it's practice.
The way I look at this is being an artist, okay?
Yeah.
No one knows you've messed up. And this goes not just for art, this goes for all type of art, okay?
Until you point it out.
Unless someone knows the process of things, they know, like they're like not like a snob, but they know a lot about what you're doing.
Right, of course.
But besides that, no one's really gonna know. And the best thing I see is this: is like fuck up, keep fucking up. And the point is when you fuck up, realize you're fucking up.
Yep. And acknowledge it.
And when you do
grow
that,
from it,
you'll become less and less of fucking up.
That's right.
The problem is people are afraid of fucking up, and because they're afraid of fucking up, they always fuck up.
90% of most of life's joys reside on the opposite side of fear. That's just what it is.
The Big Bang is a big fart. Okay, a big fart stars everywhere. All
right.
Well, that's farts are funny.
There's just a little bit of shit in everyone. Okay, so just remember
that. Farts are funny.
Hey, woman, get off my bed.
Welcome, Liz, to the ToneSperience.
Get off my bed, Liz.
I'm not.
That's my bed.
Well, we're not going to talk about
it. Was comfortable.
Your bed. That is a comfortable ass booth for the bed.
I mean, I said maybe it's because I was really drunk, but it was comfortable.
So, Mystic, Liz, you've seen her at the other 2 shows where you and I met. Yes. She is sitting in my living room right now.
Yep. Let me give you a brief tour. Nice. This is our pirate logo.
Nice.
And then
it's got 3 swords. That's interesting. It's actually bad to have.
Yeah.
And
the card's a tarot deck. It's a bad card to have.
No, and then this is our compass that I painted.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. I love that.
Yeah, Liz just
and it's got like
I love that.
It's got like
the shit too.
The nowhere. That's nowhere. I made sure it was nowhere.
I love that. That's awesome.
But at any rate,
is that a cat? It's a dog.
That is my cat. That is
a cat.
Bubba
Yes,
asshole.
Love cats.
Say hello, Bubba asshole.
He's like, yeah.
He's
so
like,
you're so.
What happened to his head?
What's that?
What happened to his head?
He got in a fight with another animal.
So my cat, he does not have his balls cut off.
He likes to go out.
He still has his balls.
Okay.
Because whatever. I just find it to be cruel to cut their balls off. And he likes to go outside. And
so the other cat didn't have balls, so they got in a fight.
So he fucks shit up. He came home with a broken leg, but it really is not broken. And he just kind of like shrugged it off, like, yeah, whatever. I'm fine. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. He let me give him a bath tonight, and I swear to God, the water was dirtier than,
That
Oh
ain't
my-
right. It's a cat. He's supposed to clean himself. A cat should not require washing. They
This-
clean
Not
themselves.
usually, but
No, I grew up with cats.
He's one of those weird cats where he loves the fucking water, dude. Like
Wow.
he hangs out in the bathtub. It's weird.
Nice.
it's like Egyptian cat.
Right?
I mean, sometimes
Oh.
he shits in the tub, but you know,
Yeah.
he's
Who
comfortable
doesn't?
there.
Would you rather have him piss and shit in the tub? Like, that's the bathroom. I can clean that.
True.
Yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
to scoop it out with a scoop and sand.
Yeah, no, he has a box. He just,
I know.
he, like, I don't know. I'm trying to teach him to go on the toilet. I'm working on it.
I got up this morning and I go in the bathroom to take a salad, you know?
Yeah.
And the cat is sleeping on the rug in the bathroom at like 5 a.m. And I'm like he just loves hanging out in the bathroom. It's weird.
I built him a whole perch, like, nest, like, on one whole wall.
Yeah, Doc has seen it. He's
Yeah.
stayed at the house for a couple months.
Yep. I was
Anyway.
there.
Power tools, because, you know,
So Liz, Mystic, Liz.
we've met. We danced.
You did.
Ooh.
But
Yeah,
see, in here we are.
So
Doc is kind of like in the show in about 15 minutes or so now because he has to feed the kid. And it's
Yeah.
getting interesting. And then we brought you in because that's kind of your realm too. So what needs to happen is we're going to end up having a follow-up episode.
I need to be on that episode.
That's a good idea.
This is going to be the episode, the four of us right here.
Yeah.
Nice.
On that episode.
Yeah.
Great idea.
And that's all we shall talk about that entire episode. How about that?
My entire life since okay, so I was conceived while my mother was on LSD.
Tell us your UFO story.
My UFO
Chat, you said you had a UFO story, I think.
I do.
Tell us your UFO story.
So I should have a couple, but the number one UFO story was I was driving across the Tobin Bridge
Where's that?
in Boston.
I've heard that bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that the big one with the lights on and shit?
the Tobin, like the old school Route 1 Tobin Bridge.
That's still
That
open?
probably means nothing to most of us.
Yeah, I don't know what bridge that is.
You're talking about like we know. You're like, oh, the old school Tobin Bridge. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. I could tell. I know the Brooklyn Bridge. I know the London Bridge and the Tower Bridge.
Not the new fancy bridge, the old Tobin Bridge. Like,
Okay.
Not for nothing, but the old Tobin Bridge.
not the old Tobin, the old Tobin Bridge. They'll
Yeah.
understand Tobin Bridge. It's
That's
always
dark.
anyway. We're driving across the Tobin Bridge, and my friend and I were like, "What in the fuck?" And we thought it's a traffic helicopter or something, and then the thing comes right through, like
For what?
the steel.
Oh,
Right?
it went through the bridge. It went through the bridge, you mean?
It went through the bridge.
like
Wow.
the frame of a ship or something, or
The ship.
How close was it to the bridge? Like how far, like down to the ground was it?
It was in front of us. We thought we were going to hit it. It was as if it was like a hologram.
Oh, shit.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
We slammed on our brakes, as did everybody else,
Wow.
because we all thought that this ship, and it was like it cut through the steel girder,
Girder.
call them beams because they're not beams, but the steel wiring. It was
Yeah.
like this hologram through. And we're all looking around like, where's the hologram lights and shit? Like, this got to be a movie prop. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's crazy.
It was insane. It was insane.
How
It was,
fast was it? Like how split second?
came through, stopped,
It stopped.
for like a second and a half.
Yeah.
Which in reality is a pretty long time for a big fucking ship
Yes, it is.
to stop in front of you. And then it just shut off and disappeared. It was like it was the part of the Tobin Bridge that you can see Black Falcon, which is like a major port.
Okay.
Why is it gonna be a Black Falcon?
Because that's
You've lived in that area your whole life, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, that's why you know it all. I'm like, even Tone doesn't know these places you're talking about.
Actually lost.
Hey,
so just
Tone, don't be tone deaf, all right? Don't be tone deaf.
wah, 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 wah.
Anyway,
Shit.
famous bridge, crazy shit. And that following year, like 4 people jumped off of that spot and committed suicide.
Holy crap. That was amazing.
Seriously. I'm not even joking. It's back in like, I want to say, I don't know.
You sound like a character from Doom.
The other time I saw something I can't explain, an unidentified flying object, was when in Colorado.
Here we go. It's Tony the squirrel.
I climbed to the top of Pikes Peak with my sister, and we were hanging out there, and it was daytime. And there was a light in the sky that neither one of us nor the people in the Summit restaurant could fucking explain in the middle of the day.
Nice.
That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
Is with the damn video.
Well, your lights are all getting all weird too, man.
No, I'm messing with because on my end, it looks fine in my webcam software. But I go to Zoom and I look like I'm a ghost. Like my face is kind of just floating. Like that's just what it looks like, and I don't know why.
I see what you mean. It's a contrast, I think. Man.
Translucent.
Or the gamma.
But on in the software where I actually edit that stuff,
we're talking
it
about
looks
this
fine.
shit too as well. So don't expect shit.
Right?
No, seriously, there's something about this that's like imprinted in this matrix that if you
look how bright
these
that
things,
is.
I feel like when you talk about these things, weird shit just happens.
I think Liz
is talking about another dimension.
No, I just want to make one actual point.
Okay, point your point, babe.
That a lot of people don't understand Einstein's theory of entropic friction and perpetual motion, and the bend in that, and that when you have perpetual motion, just like the earth revolves around the sun and the moon revolves around the earth and everything is spinning. The only way to get actual change is through entropic friction. And until something actually dives through and cuts through that like perpetual motion circle, change is never going to happen.
The only way would be electromagnetic field.
Bingo.
It's the only way.
Exactly.
Which means that the object itself knows how to control its own electromagnetic field, which means its own aura of the object. By changing the aura of the object, you change the property and the actual way that it functions in a third dimensional stream.
Correct. And there's a study that shows that if you have a certain high percentage of individuals who are all thinking the same thing at the same time, you can actually affect, and I mean with an A, change in a huge way.
Like a third mind hive eye affect level of thinking.
Just like when you hit a bee's nest.
Yeah, if you have everyone on the same frequency, they can see what you want them to see.
Yeah, if you want to watch anything, watch ants.
So here's the question for you. This whole enlightenment movement, right? Was this all planned?
This whole what?
This whole enlightenment movement, this whole idea of wokeness, this whole idea of everything, was this planned?
What is enlightenment?
Knowing yourself.
Enlightenment is opening your eyes and being aware of what's around you.
Or is it being aware of how you interact with what's around you?
Or is it knowing this is a pen and I put it behind my back, but is it still a pen? Is it a pen to me? And is it a chew toy to my dog?
It's like the whole
Perception.
Schrodinger's box thing, right?
It's all perception. It's all about our perceptual reality and how we interact with it. I agree with you. I 100% be Mystic.
It's also the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of what we cannot see.
Yes. Tone and I talk about this chronically. Don't talk about the unknown unknowns.
Oh, unknown unknowns.
That is
That's
what
a whole other episode right there.
Oh.
Unknown unknowns.
I'll be taking notes, man, on what to talk about next time.
Yeah.
Think about it. But for me, the unknown unknowns are like, hey, it's a leaf on the river. Where the fuck's it going? Let's follow it.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. Well, I think I'm going to check out, bro. And everybody else. Sorry I had to sit through my fighting with my
Keep going
brightness,
for a little
stupid
bit.
shit. Yeah, just don't go using up too many topics, because if we are going to do a part 2, man, then we got to save some of this for then.
No. I love the fact that you took notes. We're definitely going to do a part 2. I feel we're getting ready to go on a tangent for a little while.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
We'll go for about 15 minutes.
He's going to set a timer.
15 minutes. Dun.
He's going to need it. He's got tequila and smoke. He's going to need a timer.
Background. So,
Look, all I can say is I rabbit holed a whole lot of shit when I was going through my quarter life crisis. And
That's a whole nother topic too. Trauma.
Right?
a quarter life crisis? Yes.
my quarter life crisis is still ongoing.
Sure. So here's a question for you. Here's a question for you, right?
Yeah.
I gotta peace out.
Okay. All right, man. Talk to the doctor.
He's up.
See you guys. Talk to you. Nice meeting you, man.
See you, man.
Thanks. See you.
With the idea of what did I just say? Fuck, it just took it from me. I was gonna say something there, and it just took it.
Quarter life crisis.
Yeah, trauma, right? Trauma. All right, so with the idea of fear, right? And when you're in that state of fear, right? I think it actually trips up something in the mind. I think it actually like throws you in a whole nother dimension. Like fear is a dimension itself. There's actually a dimension within fear. And within that dimension of fear, you can actually like see more of those same kind of situations.
Yes.
Or manifest those situations in your life, right? But fear can also be a tool. And it also can be a language, the same with pain.
Correct.
Pain is a language and fear is a language too. But
yes.
It's getting wrapped up into it, getting wrapped into the fear.
Okay,
That actually like, takes away the meaning.
Pause for a second. Before we go any further,
This is great.
can you set a timer?
Oh, a timer?
Yeah, can somebody set like a 13-minute timer, I think.
What in the
Right.
hell are
Yeah.
you? What is that? Do you have a date after this? I'm confused.
I'm gonna go make $50 in the parking lot. Oh, wait.
So going fear.
Yeah.
Fear is a catalyst.
What's that?
Fear is a catalyst. It's a catalyst.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, fear is a catalyst. It can also act upon itself. Like it can also like go the other direction. It might not catalyze. It may actually stop you in your tracks, like the fight or flight idea, right?
Correct.
We're ruled by this very reptilian part of our brain, okay? Which is why we're ruled by a reptilian race. It's not because we're ruled by a reptilian race. We're ruled by the reptilian part of our brain. And if I was to say that these different aliens were from different parts of our brain, I would say that. I would say that literally these are manifestations and part of our brain that we have dissociated ourselves with. So we become so alienated from this part of ourselves as literally become an alien.
Correct. So here's the thing. What is dissociation? I mean, dissociation is when you can't handle, so your body, your physical body begins to protect you from whatever it is that you're experiencing. Hold on.
Yep.
So my thing is, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Oh my God. So I have had the opportunity, and in my life and in my actual career, I am a nurse. So I've worked in psychiatry. I've worked in a lot of different fields.
Mhm.
However,
Mhm.
I grew up where my mom read us Leaves of Grass as a bedtime story. So like esoteric lifestyle, and that whole, like we would lay on the floor and do meditative astral projection as children. Like that was just part of our life. So for me, my belief is that there is more to what we see, think, feel, and touch on a daily basis than we realize. Because in one atom can be an entire universe. And because energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only be transmuted.
Correct.
And I heard you say this earlier, that word. And I went, oh my God, hello. Another person who knows a word that when I say it, nobody understands what I'm talking about. And it's like the transmutation of energy. It is the most beautiful thing, I think, that anybody could ever experience in any realm, form, shape, or texture.
The important thing is that no matter what the object is,
and
no matter how big the object is, how small the object is, it's still part of the same object.
It's magic.
In a sense, yes.
What was that one Men in Black movie?
Which one?
It was the one with she was in Clerks 2.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah.
The latest one.
Three.
That was 3?
Three, yeah.
Or no, I think it was 2, because 3 was he went back in time when he jumped off the building.
The lights on Zarthra. Yeah.
The world is they used that, but the world was like in that marble.
Yep.
That was like the charm on the cat's necklace, and like at the end of the movie,
that's the first.
They're like laying the marbles and shit with the different galaxies.
Yeah. Well, that's also the idea of the parallel realities, that like there are millions of versions of you.
Yeah.
In many different universes, which you can tap into. But here's a question though: when you tap into those universes and you take the information or energy from those places, what happens to that universe?
Well,
this is why I like Rick and Morty, because it kind of goes in this whole idea.
All right, I love Rick and Morty, dude. Like, not only that, but if you tap into these universes, what are you bringing back with you from that universe into your universe?
Don't know.
That's where the portals open up, and that's where CERN comes into play.
And then the portal thing. Like the,
No, but it's
the one
like
ghost
it's
show that we
like
were watching, the coffee cup could be the portal. You know, you're bringing shit back through that portal with you. You're bringing that energy. You're manifesting shit in
But
our world. That shit
every
is
one
wrong.
of us is a Loki.
Yeah, yeah. We are all total variants of some other form of ourselves.
Yeah,
If not, we would
100%.
evolve into different versions of ourselves. Like I evolved into this awesome gloriousness that I am today from the person I was last year. You know.
And now you're a bunny.
You know, I'm trying to find the cat filter. I like the cat one.
It's not a cat.
That's not a cat.
All I have to say is
Close to
that
it.
when I studied Buddhism and when I studied with Peruvian shamans, I 100% hands down have seen things that I would and experience things that I never like. I used to call people crazy and say they needed to be medicated on antipsychotics because of the things that they were saying. And now I'm like, fuck, these people were probably gifted individuals.
Yep.
Who had more to offer to the universe and to the world. And I helped to promote them being sedated. And while I still believe that there are medications in this world that individuals need for absolute physical health issues, I also believe that there are individuals who, with the proper training and the proper teachers and the proper guidance, have gifts that some of us pay big money to when we're, on some beachscape, like Hampton Beach or the Hamptons, to go to some psychic and have them read our palm or read our tarot, or a medium but like, who says when they're 15 to 25 years old that they don't have that gift and they don't know how to use it, and they've never had a teacher, and they don't know how to express themselves, and then instantly some psychiatrist says that they're fucking crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's very true.
I mean, think about that. Like, how many of us were born in the, what do they call that? The crystalline or the indigo children, or, you know what I mean? Like these are things that are periods in our lifetime, in our decades, in our centuries. And I come from a gypsy blood, like all the way back to France. Like, and I know my gifts, and I don't talk about them, but I know them. And not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets that there are people you can talk to about it, and there are people you don't talk to about it.
That's where you have. That's where you have the instincts. That's where you have this gut feeling. The gut feeling is a very important thing. Possibly more important than your brain, actually, because I mean, your gut is, your brain is ruled by your gut. A lot of times, I feel than anything else.
The vagus nerve. That's why when you get nauseous, if you sneeze, the nausea goes away.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that part. That's good to know.
Oh, Tess joined the chat.
Huh?
Liz.
Yeah.
Tess joined the live stream. Welcome, Tess. First time.
Welcome, Tess.
Hi, you guys.
Tess has
people are on the spectrum. Stop sign.
Tess has gifts as well. She does have gifts.
She does. But before we even start running on that tangent or continue on that one, I think we need to totally stop that, because that could be a full episode right there. I'm telling you. But yeah. So, Liz,
But
I like this filter because it looks like I still have my sunglasses on.
oh, I thought you actually had them on.
Right? Yeah. But
No,
yeah,
but
like,
Mystic, I definitely would love to get together and talk more about this. I mean, this is something that our generation, that our world needs now.
the very nature. Here's the thing, though. You have to understand this, okay? The very nature of these conversations are coming up in general. Okay, the very nature that this is even appearing in our reality right now. We're having this conversation right now. That is proof that this very nature of our humanity is actually evolving. Even though, even though there may be this chaos on the outside that's going on around us, right? That's happening outside of us, right? As well, you know. Even though we're having this conversation today, this conversation right here today, that now is mirrored within the span of the whole universe right now. And in some ways, even this conversation is not just us having this conversation.
It's everybody.
This conversation is also part of what I'm saying, is also someone else is saying at the same time that I'm saying it.
and that right there, Rip.
Oh, there are so many things I have yet to say. Like,
and that's a big thing, is that, like, you have an impact. We all have an impact on this world. And as much as we don't see our impact or understand our impact we have upon this world itself, we'll see it. And if it doesn't show up this time around, or it shows up next time around, you will see it. Because if I know I am 1,000 different souls in one person, because of how many lives I've had in my life,
infinitum.
If you know that, right, you know those aspects, then you see you're everyone.
Yes. Namaste.
100%.
One more thing I have to say with regards to fear. Fear is part of the fire pathway in Chinese medicine of the meridian lines. And so when you have blockages that are causing you overwhelming amounts of fear, which leads to panic attacks and this, that, and the next thing, the best way to clear that fire pathway is one of two things.
Yep.
It is laughter.
Oh yeah, I've heard that one.
Which is a fire pathway clearer, or catharsis, which is like crying, screaming, controlled rage, like you have to clear your fire pathway. Your fire pathway always has to be clear. End of story. That's all I have to say, because with fire comes smoke. With smoke leads to purity. And that clears the system in order for change to happen. You can't have change without chaos.
Or frequency.
Yes.
You gotta be in tune. You totally
yes.
Like Doc and I were talking about that one earlier, about he and I were like out of tune.
Tuning rods.
You know, it's about changing your attitude. And an attitude is really a frequency. So when you change your actual attitude, you're attuning yourself. You're attuning yourself to what it is you want in life. You know, what do you want in life? Do you want money? You want this? You want that? If you have this attitude towards the thing that you want, that is negative, that you don't want, you still get what you don't want. There's no in the universe. There's no no in anything, and that's the thing, is that it's always yes.
And
how you direct the yes, right? How you direct the yes is very important.
Exactly. And
when it comes to manifesting and knowing that.
Right. And Carillion photography was a huge thing in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And then people poo-pooed it as some sort of witchy poo fucking bullshit. Okay. But Carillion photography can show you the energy
that where the blockages are, where there are jagged edges in the frequency
Hey,
that
Liz,
anyone admits. What?
that's
What's
a
up?
whole nother episode right there too.
I'm just saying, it's
Yeah,
all
these
interconnected.
this is a whole awesome connected topic, and I think we need to have it another night because we could run a whole nother 3 hours on this one.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So let's do that another night. So this is where we're gonna end it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So Doc, even though he's not with us anymore,
Peace out, Cub Scout.
Peace out, Cub Scout. Stay frosty. Do you got a line, Mystic, that you say at the end of a feed or anything?
I say at the end of the feed.
Yeah. You got a tagline?
I never had the opportunity for that.
This is it, dude. This is
it.
This is make your tagline.
Oh, my tagline. Shit.
Mine is always stay frosty. Doc is metal up.
I'm always peace out, Cub Scout.
Yep.
Okay.
We can't end the show until you say your tagline, dude. And that's what you should end every little podcast that you do.
Stay mysterious.
Stay mysterious. Fuck yeah, I love that.
Fuck yeah. That's your jam, dude.
We got stay frosty. What's yours, Liz?
Peace out, Cub Scout.
Stay mysterious. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining the ToneSperience.
Definitely. There.
Big love.